8-6. The game resulted in a running clock near the halfway point of the third quarter. The last three games have finished with running clocks in the Trojans' favor. However, tonight the Trojans face a North Laurel team that returns a load of talent from last season, including junior quarterback Tucker Warren, who passed for 3,558 yards and 32 touchdowns in 2 1/3 seasons. He had 628 rushing yards and another 7 touchdowns last season. 6 starters on offense, 8 starters on defense return, including the preseason player of the year and
dual threat quarterback who's really good throwing it through the air. He's got some big time targets, you know, a 6'3" receiver. He's got a 6'3" running back behind him, a 210-pound kid that's going to be tough for us to bring down. And then you add that to the fact that he is equally as good running the football as he is throwing it. So we have to be ready for him to do both tonight as a dual threat quarterback. And then you think, you know, their defense is probably the best that we've seen with a linebacker that's getting D1 offers. And you mentioned a junior that, you know, was 4th in the nation in sacks last year and already has 6 this year, and they've already had their bye week, so they've only played 3 games. So, you know, a really good test for us tonight off of a long bus ride. And, you know, we're halfway through the season tonight. This is our 5th game. It goes by incredibly fast. We say that every year, but we could not have asked for 5 better nights of football weather. It's perfect temperature, perfect weather. We've had 4 excellent crowds at our home games, and on the road tonight we have another night perfect for football. Hopefully we come out and execute just as well as the weather has provided itself for us tonight.
North Laurel is 2-1 in the season with wins over Johnson Central, who is a very good football team, good football program. They've won the state 3A title a few times. They beat Johnson Central 15-14. Last week they beat Shelby Valley 27-12. They had a season opener loss to Bell County 43-35. They play at South Laurel next week. The Jags are predicted to finish second in a 5-team district with Southwestern, the favorite, but above Pulaski County, Whitley County, and South Laurel. They were ranked 14th in 5A in this week's Max Preps poll. The Jaguars finished 8-3 last season, losing to Pulaski County 40-14 in the 5A playoffs. North Laurel defeated the Trojans last season at Barren County 34-7. And Warren, the quarterback for North Laurel, passed for 205 yards in that game on 12 of 19. And defensively, it was Johnson that had 13 tackles and 3 sacks. North Laurel had 470 yards of offense in that game last year, while Barren County was held to -28 rushing and just 89 passing.
Yeah, you see how good they were last year, and you know you talk about those 2 kids who are all district team performers for them. And if you look at their stats right now, they're not even in the top 2 or 3 of tackles on their team. So you know they have plenty of other weapons. But don't get me wrong, we played 4 football games tonight, and once we kind of got past that hurdle of Metcalfe County, who had a huge line, and you know they're a good football team. They're going to probably be competitive to win that district, if not win it. But after that, we've had 3 excellent games. I thought Will Childers has played really well so far for us. He's done a good job managing the game. 4 touchdown passes to just 2 interceptions. We can go on down the list, but ultimately, you know, just that stat right there, we've done a good job controlling the football, not turning it over a whole lot, and giving us an opportunity to score it. So tough task tonight, and we'll see where we are. And as we head through this pregame, we'll talk about some other things that I see as really big highlights for our kids this year who are off to a great start at 3-1.
Yep. Got more to come with the Don Franklin Glasgow countdown to kickoff. We'll return. Kick off the season with huge savings and score big at Don Franklin Glasgow. We're about 23.5 minutes away from the Trojans and the Jaguars of North Laurel here in London, Kentucky. And you're following Barren County High football on Nash 103.7. about 20 minutes away from the Trojans and the Jaguars of North Laurel here at the Jungle at North Laurel High School, London, Kentucky. Jay Turner with Robert Bauer, Chad Withrow down on the sidelines. And Chad has our first McDonald's sideline report of the evening. And Chad, understand that one of our main linebackers is out tonight due to an injury.
Yeah, Carver will not be playing tonight. He got hurt 2 weeks ago and didn't play last week, and then so tonight he is out again this week. It's a big loss. You know, he's been a mainstay right there in the middle of the line, linebacker. So he'll be sorely missed, I'm sure.
McDonald's sideline report. Enjoy McDonald's meal today at your Glasgow McDonald's. McDonald's, I'm loving it. North Laurel averages 324 yards per game, 192 rushing, 132 passing. Quarterback Tucker Warren, 28 of 62 with just 2 interceptions, 394 yards and 4 touchdowns. He has also scored another 4 touchdowns on the ground on 40 carries for 252 yards. The running back Ethan Gregory, 50 carries on the season, 317 yards and 3 touchdowns. While wide receiver Chapel, 10 for 163 yards and 3 touchdowns. He has been offered college scholarship to Eastern already. The kicker is Collier Mills. He's 5 of 6 at extra points so far. On the defensive side, Clay Morris leads in tackles with 37. Devin Johnson has 33, and Austin Johnson has 6 sacks on the year. Last week's game against Shelby Valley, which they won 27-12, North Laurel had 396 yards, while Shelby Valley had 240. And of the 396, 236 were on the ground for the Jaguars. 160 were passing. They held Shelby Valley to only 32 rushing yards. Warren was 10 of 21 for 160 yards and 2 touchdowns through the air. Gregory, 22 carries, 164 yards and 2 touchdowns. And John Begley had 3 receptions for 89 yards and a touchdown. Barren County is averaging 256 yards per game. 163 are on the ground, 93 through the air. Quarterback Will Childress, 21 of 37 with 2 interceptions for 372 yards and 4 touchdowns. Running back Cody Rito, 43 carries, 249 yards and 6 touchdowns on the season thus far. Donovan Bradshaw, 35 carries, 244 yards and a touchdown. Cash Moore has 19 carries for 129 yards and a touchdown. Wide receiver Aiden Miller, 11 receptions, 190 yards and 2 touchdowns. Bray Bewley, touchdown. Cashmore, 8 for 66 and a TD. Miller, 3 for 24 yards. And Bewley, 1 reception for 20 yards and a touchdown. We got more to come with the Don Franklin Glasgow countdown to kickoff. And we're about 17 minutes away from the Trojans and the Jaguars here in London, Kentucky. We'll take a look at games around the area. We'll take a look at the starting lineups when we come back after this break. This is Barren County High Football on Nash 103.7. minutes away from the Trojans and the Jaguars here in London, Kentucky tonight, here at the Jungle, North Laurel High School. First time we've been here to do a football game. We did a basketball game over in the gymnasium last year. And North Laurel will be coming to Barren County later during the basketball season in December as part of the Trojan Hoops Classic. We'll talk more about that as we get closer to that time. Time to check out the latest weather forecast brought to you by Thoroughbred Express. What great weather to get your car washed, located on West Main in Glasgow. Clear skies, 72 degrees at kickoff time tonight. Perfect weather on this mid-September Friday night. Got games around the area brought to you by CRS Construction, providing exceptional construction service with the highest attention to detail. And Glasgow's in Hart County tonight, Robert. Glasgow still undefeated. They're 4-0. Hart County 3-1.
Will be after tonight as well, probably.
Caverna's in Edmondson County. And then undefeated Metcalfe County hosting Clinton County. They're 0-4. They've been outscored 202-20.
Looks like Metcalfe will go to 5-0 tonight.
And Monroe still looking for their first win of the season. They host Greene County tonight. And have to say Greene County has the edge in that one.
Yes, sir.
Allen County Scottsville hosts Warren Central. Bowling Green hosts Boyle County tonight. Both teams undefeated.
Could be a good game. Boyle County put it to them last year. Bowling Green at home with the revenge game.
Yep. Greenwood hosting Logan County tonight. Logan still undefeated.
Greenwood's pretty good. I would say stepping it up in class a little bit. Logan County, Greenwood will get a W there.
South Warren hosting Paducah Tillman. Warren East is at Russell County tonight. Warren East probably go 5-0 after tonight. Franklin Simpson at 0-4 Russellville, who the Trojans play next week at home. Or on the road, I'm sorry. Yeah. Russellville probably will go 0-5 after tonight.
Yeah. Looks like a lot of lopsided games tonight. I mean, there's a few on the schedule, but a lot of lopsided. But some of the opponents that we played, obviously, sporting healthy records going into tonight's games.
Adair County hosting Casey County, Taylor County at Campbellsville, a crosstown clash. Todd Central's at McLean County. Then we go to the district schedule of the teams. North Hardin 2-2 at John Hardin, 0-4. John Hardin has been outscored 197-12. I'm not sure if that's ever happened to a football team or not.
Struggling a little bit, John Hardin is.
Yeah. All right. Wasn't sure if they're ready for the national anthem or not. We're going to take a break if they are. We still have the starting lineups to come, brought to you by You're following Barren County football. The Don Franklin Glasgow countdown to kickoff. So let's look at North Laurel's offense. Left tackle 77, Gabe Claybrook, 6'4", 255 junior. Left guard 79, Jacob Casey, 6', 265 and a senior. Center is 55, Caleb Middleton, 5'6", 205 junior. Jalen Rednauer, right guard, number 53, 5'10", 280 a senior. Andrew Roberts, the right tackle, 57, 6'2", 305 and a junior. John Begley, a receiver, number 9, 5'9", 155 and a senior. Cole Messer, number 8, 6'3", 210 a junior. Trey Steinem, number 20, 5'5", 120 a senior. Running backs are Jack Chappell, number 32, 6'3", 210 a junior. Ethan Gregory, number 33, 5'8", 175 junior. And the quarterback is Tucker Warren, number 4, 5'11", 175 and a junior. On defense for the Jaguars, defensive ends are Austin Johnson, 5'11", 220 a junior. Connor Sizemore, 6'3", 220 a senior. Defensive tackle is Hunter Rawlings, 6'4", 245 and a junior. Nose guard is 56, Clay Morris, 6', 230 a senior. Jack Chappell's a linebacker. Trayshawn Holmes Evans, number 25, 6'2", 225 and a junior. Devin Johnson, number 7, 5'7", 175 and a senior. Elijah Miller is the other linebacker, 6'1", 225 and a junior. The corners are John Begley, Carson Morris, 5'9", 160 senior, and Hunter Morgan is the free safety, 5'11", 170 and a sophomore. They only have two guys going both ways, that being Chappell and Begley. Jason Chappell is the head coach in his first season here at North Laurel. For the Barren County Trojans, On offense, the linemen are 51, Hunter Compton, a senior. Riley DeGraff, 56, a junior. Chris DeVore, number 50, a junior. Andrew Guffey, number 62, a senior. 73, Ryan Harrison, a sophomore. Tight end is 19, Aiden Miller, a senior. Wide receiver is Bray Bewley, number 1, a sophomore. Running backs will be Donovan Bradshaw, number 12, a senior. Logan Truitt, number 16, a junior. And Cash Moore, number 28, a junior. Will Childress, the quarterback, senior, wears number 7. On defense for the Trojans, the defensive ends are Brooks Browning, number 41, a junior. Jonathan Wilson, number 18, a senior. Defensive linemen are Jackson Arms, a 77, he's a senior. Madden Morgan, a sophomore, number 70. Linebackers are Aiden Miller, Cash Moore. Tanner Harper, a senior, number 22. Cody Profit, a junior, number 29. And the defensive backs are Logan Truitt, Bray Bewley, and Tate Spillman, number 5, a sophomore. And that's your starting lineup. Head coach Tommy Muse, assistant coaches Logan Baker, Victor Coleman, Jacob Gibson, Jacob London, Taylor McMillan, Brett Spillman, Justin Vessels, and Gavin Withrow. Back with more of our Don Franklin Glasgow countdown to kickoff in just a moment as you're following Barren County High football on Nash 103.7. Welcome back to North Laurel High School, the Jungle here in London, Kentucky for high school football on a Friday night. Normally our games start at 7 o'clock Central Time, but we're in the Eastern Time Zone tonight. And it's a 7:30 start Eastern Time, 6:30 Central Time. And so let's go down to Chad Withrow for McDonald's Sideline Report. Chad, I guess what we want to find out is the coin toss.
Well, actually, we're going to do one tonight.
Oh, we're going to do one?
Ready to go to midfield. So,
all right. Well, we're not used to that.
No, No. If y'all hang with me here, I'll walk out there with them.
Now the captains are going to head out, and we'll have the official coin toss.
Yeah, we got to where now we do it 30 minutes or so before the game.
Yeah.
This may be the first time we've done that in 3 years.
I think it is. I think
COVID's gone from the mountains up here.
Yeah.
Actually, as I was waiting down here on the field, I know they're a really good team, and they look the part up close. Some big kids. I mean, big, strong-looking kids. Number 32, I'm not sure what they list him at, but he looks like a college player now.
Chapel, he's 6'3", 210.
Well, then that is college size.
Yeah.
Their line is huge, Chad.
Yes, it is.
It is
sure
huge.
Is.
255, 265, 280, 305. When your smallest kid is 205 as a center, that's it's going to be tough to go against.
Yep.
We got to be ready for that on the defensive side.
Fullback or tailback 25. He's also a big, strong kid.
Midfield, the captains for Barron's Aiden Miller, Will Childress, and Andrew Guffey. We'll send it down to Chad and get the official coin toss in midfield.
Greetings from each side here as we wait. See if I can get in here. And
maybe your mic won't cut out on you.
yeah. Here we go. Barren calls heads. It's North Laurel wins the toss. They will defer, so Barren County will be receiving the opening kickoff.
Okay. There's the coin toss brought to you by MBC, Monticello Banking Company, a proud supporter of the Barren County Trojans. The officials tonight brought to you by Barren County Sheriff Kent Keene as we'll get set for the Farmers RACC Jackie Browning Memorial Opening Kickoff. First quarter of action tonight brought to you by German American Bank, supporting the communities we serve and believe that the community thrives, its people prosper. Barren County all white tonight. I believe they got new jerseys.
First time we've seen those, obviously.
So, yes.
I was talking to some kids in the hallway today. I said, haven't seen the road unis yet. Halfway through the year, we get the road debut. I like the all white. I know John would like the different colored pants there, just the plain old white pants. But the jersey itself looks pretty good. And obviously, North Laurel pretty unique with the
royal blue.
Green.
Got Kelly green, but mainly royal blue. They got some Kelly green trim around the neck, and they've got a Kelly green stripe in the middle of their white helmets.
Very rare color combination. You don't see that reproduced very much. It used to be more like what the Seahawks used to do, but they've gone to more of the neon and navy. I like what they do with their uniforms. Maybe a little change up with the pants as well, but it was kind of the old school start of the game where we get both teams running out after the coin toss. So, like you said, getting back to a little normalcy and on our first long trip of the year. Not so certain I like the 2 hour in the car, but
it'll be the longest. Well, I won't say it's the longest trip this season because we don't know what the playoff picture is going to look like. But longest regular season road trip for us because we've got Russellville next week on the road, which is not very far. And then Central Hardin, a district game before fall break. After fall break, it's a trip to North Hardin, and then we come back home for two home games, two for the last regular season games against district foe Meade County, and then Allen County, Scottsville to close out the season.
All the road trips are just a little over an hour.
Only 4 this year. Yeah. We got 6 home games, 4 away, so can't complain too much about that, even though, a couple are kind of long trips. But this is a 2-year contract with North Laurel, and last year I think both of us needed a game, and somebody may have canceled or whatever, but anyway, we picked up North Laurel, and here we are in London tonight. Barren County will move from right to left. And John Begley is the kicker for Laurel County, for North Laurel. It used to be Laurel County. And that was Cash Moore that fell down to the football at the 37-yard line, where the Trojans will have it 1st and 10 to start the opening drive.
Tried to catch us off guard with, it wasn't really an onside kick, but more of a squib kick, and Cash came up. Front line let it pass them by to the sure-handed Cash Moore, and we'll start with pretty good field position, as you said, around 37.
They'll move 3 receivers to the right with Truitt, Cashmore, and Aiden Miller. Receiver on the near side. And here's the snap coming to Will Childress. The pass goes over to Bradshaw, breaks a tackle, breaks another, breaks one more, and he's still going. Gets a first down all the way out across the 50-yard line to the North Laurel 49. That is a good enough for a Castle and Steel first down. Call Castle and Steel for all your steel needs at 270-418-3535.
14-yard swing pass to start the game, and Bradshaw broke several tackles, made a man miss at the very beginning, and then got into North Laurel territory.
Yep. So 1st and 10, Barren, and the pitch out comes to the near side. It's Logan Truitt. There's a flag on the play, and he got to about the 46-yard line, a gain of 3, but let's see what the flag is all about.
That area is usually indication of a hold, and it will be. We have done a great job this year not being penalized too many times, not turning the football over, not being penalized, and you go out of the region, you go out of your normal officials, it'll be first and about 18.
Yeah. So they'll mark it off. They'll put it back at the 43-yard line. Trojans own 43.
We've had some really good officiating crews not throwing the flag a ton. They talked about the Kentucky-Florida game last week. If you're a fan of watching games like that, there was only a couple flags both ways. A clean game, fun game to watch. You don't want to muck it up with a bunch of penalties.
Right. Bewley goes wide right. Backfield is in the eye. And now what's
timeout?
Official timeout by Barren County.
Play clock was already down to 8 before we had gotten to line, and didn't like what we saw in a first and just short of 20 situation. You want to make sure we continue to move the football instead of use that as a drive-killing penalty.
Yeah. Timeout brought to you by the People's Bank, your local community bank working for you. Again, a 6:30 Central Time start here in London, Kentucky, with London being on Eastern Time.
We have a couple more games in Eastern Time Zone going.
Central Hardin and North Hardin, yep.
And they want to play the games at 8.
Yeah, they
8
do.
Eastern Time,
7
which
Central.
would be our normal start time. Yep. North Laurel did not feel the same way. They wanted to split the difference, if you will. So that's why we have an abnormal 6:30 kickoff.
North Laurel basketball team will be coming to Barren County. I mentioned that earlier about Reed Shepard, who's going to Kentucky. They'll be coming over to Barren County on December the 10th for part of the Trojan Hoops Classic. They'll play Bowling Green.
Oh, boy.
And ought to have a big crowd to come and watch that one for sure. I think this the last of 4 games that day.
Be a big day. Expect a packed gym for a lot of it.
All right, here we go. 1st and 18 for the Trojans. Truitt goes in motion right. The handoff comes to Bradshaw. Bradshaw only picks up a yard. Got it to the 44.
Nothing much up the middle there. Clay Morris, the defensive tackle, wrapped him up as soon as he got the football.
So it's going to be 2nd down at about 17 for the Trojans. Ball at their own 44. Trips to the right side for Barren. Got Bewley here on the near side. With the gun, here's Childress. Childress in trouble, and he is going to get sacked.
We talked about it on the way down here. When you've got a state leader and even one of the top 5 of the nation in sacks, you cannot go to your 3rd, even 4th read in a drop back. You've got to know where you're going with the football, and you got to get rid of it quickly. There was nowhere to go with it, and we had to eat that football.
Yeah.
So big loss of 6 that we'll take.
Yeah, puts it back at the 37-yard line. Going to be 3rd down and 23. With Miller, Moore, and Truitt going to the right side. Bewley is on the left. Bradshaw beside Childress in the gun. Fakes the handoff to Bradshaw. The pass goes through the hands of Miller. So now it's going to bring up 4th down and 23. Trojans will be forced to punt it.
We actually end up at the 37, exactly where we started the drive.
That's right.
Completely negated our opening play that Bradshaw had on the swing pass, and very fortunate that play wasn't intercepted, maybe even a pick 6. That was a long throw for what wouldn't have been much of a completion.
Yeah. Keaton Bowling, I believe, is that number 3, back to receive the punt. It's hard to see the number from this angle.
It is 3.
And that punt takes a good bounce on the turf. They have turf over here at North Laurel. And that rolls all the way down to the 19-yard line.
Good low line drive kick that we covered pretty well, which did not allow him to get underneath the football and get any positive yardage.
So North Laurel will start their first drive of this football game. And look out for Tucker Warren, 5'11 junior, who's passed for over 3,500 yards in 2 1/3 years as the QB for North Laurel. They've got 3 receivers on the left side, 1 on the near side. His running back in the backfield is Jack Chappell. Or excuse me, it's Gregory. Got Chappell out of the wideout spot. Now a flag.
It's going to be a motion penalty on them. It looks like their right guard moved before the snap. What they do is they're one of those teams, it looks like they get up to the line, and then their coach sees what kind of defensive alignment we have, and then they make an adjustment.
Again, North Laurel with 6 guys on offense, returning 8 defense this year. So now they're backed up to their own 14. Gregory is to the right of Warren this time. He stands right around the 10-yard line. And there's the handoff coming to Gregory. Gregory will take it up to about the 19. Gain of 5.
It's a really good job that time by our linebacker, Tanner Harper, getting off of a block by one of their big linemen and limiting it to a negative play.
So he's second and 11. Ball will be on the 18-yard line. So it's only a 4-yard pickup there for Gregory. They're in the gun with 3 receivers to the left and 1 to the near side. And this time the pass goes through the hands of, I believe that was Chappell.
It was.
Number 32.
It's a quick throw. It was really almost released too quickly because he hadn't even turned his head to look back at the quarterback yet. Last year, he completed about 2/3 of his balls. This year, his completion percentage is just over 1/3, so it's dropped significantly through 3 games.
Yeah. 3rd down 11.
Looks like we crossed the line there. Came across, jumped over too soon, so we'll give him the 5 back, and it'll be, well, he actually said we were drawn offside, so that's another motion penalty, so it'll back him up 3rd and 16.
Yep. Mentioned about during the pregame that last week against Shelby Valley, the Jaguars held Shelby Valley at only 32 rushing yards. Warren, on offense, 10 of 21, 160 yards last week. Gregory was the main ball carrier with 22 carries for 164. 3rd down and 16 for North Laurel. Snap comes to Warren. He drops back. He's looking, going to throw it long downfield. It is going to be
knocked down.
Dropped. And there's somebody. That's a late flag coming in. Aiden Miller had great coverage on the receiver.
That was intended for 32. Chappell downfield. That was about a 40-yard ball in the air, and I thought Aiden came from behind with his right arm and knocked it away at the last second, but he must say that left arm was grabbing the back. In high school ball, that is not an automatic 1st down, so it will not be 1st down, because it's from the original line of scrimmage.
Right. So that will move the football to the 28-yard line now. So it's going to be 3rd down and 1. North Laurel.
Any other level, that would have been a costly penalty because it was an automatic 1st down. So we still have an opportunity to force him to punt here.
Now whistle before.
We're going to call another timeout. That's our 2nd timeout, and we haven't even played 3 minutes of the football game. If the pace of this game continues at what it is, both teams have had a possession, and we haven't played 3 minutes, we may have to get breakfast on our way home.
Let's go down to Chad Withrow for another McDonald's sideline report. Of course, tonight, for the first time this season, Chad's on the other side of the field.
Guys, that's a frustrating penalty. I mean, the guy 2 yards from it would not call it, and the guy 30 yards from it threw the flag. Now, I'm not saying it wasn't pass interference because I was on the other end, but when the guy's standing there 3 yards from the play and does not call it, and the guy throws a flag from 30 yards, that's frustrating when you're a defender.
I know we're, a little lopsided when we come to if it's a penalty or not, but I was going to ask if you had a better view of it, but you said you were pretty far downfield.
From where I was standing, it looked like there was hand fighting going both ways. The pass was underthrown, and he tried to come back, but, when the guy's standing there 3 yards away and don't throw the flag, you wonder if there was very much contact at all.
Yeah. It depends, and I don't know what it depends on, availability, games, whatever. Sometimes you get a 5-man crew, sometimes you get a 7-man crew. We got a 7 tonight, so they see more, and that means more flags.
Yep. Warren's going to keep it, and he'll try to punch it through to get the first down. He got across the 30, I believe, to the 31, so it'll definitely be a first down.
Didn't get much, but he got the 3 he needed. That's their first down. But, yeah, Chad hit the nail on the head there. That is frustrating because of multiple things. One, it's, from where it was thrown. 2, because you had a big opportunity to back them up on, 2 penalties to get out of the route.
Yeah. Warren looking over. Takes the snap. He's going to hand it off. And it is
Harper
good
again.
Tackle there by Harper. Was on Gregory?
Yeah, Harper met Gregory at the hole.
Yeah.
He is not deterred by their big line. He's doing a great job, from that middle linebacker spot, finding holes, finding gaps, and he stood him up. That's not really what you want to do sometimes against a kid that is, a big kid, but made the tackle and pushed him backwards.
The 2nd down and 9. At the 31-yard line for North Laurel. Here's option pitch coming to the right side of the field. And it is Gregory pushing it out to the 43. And it'll be another first down for North Laurel.
Couldn't get in front of him. Wilson had to chase him down from the backside. Pickup of 12.
Yep, that'll put it on the 43. 7:43 to go here in the first quarter. No score. North Laurel with 3 receivers to the left side, 1 to the near side. Warren. He'll hand it off again, and nice stop there. Who's at Jackson Arms?
Yes, sir.
Boy, he came barreling through there, and it's a loss on the play for North Laurel. That'll back it up 2 yards to the 41.
Jackson actually tackled 2 people there.
He did.
He tackled the halfback and the fullback and just bull rushed his offensive lineman in front of him. Good job.
2nd down 12 for the Jaguars. Ball at their own 41. 3 receivers left, 1 to the near side. Warren out of the gun. We'll pitch it over. Oh, it could have been easily a picked off pass there. But it is Chappell. Chappell going forward, stumbling and going down on the far side of the field. Almost got the first down. He got across the 50 to the 49.
Same swing pass that we ran a little bit earlier and went from a 2nd and 12 to about a 3rd and 2.
So the ball at the Barren 48-yard line, where it's 3rd down and 1.
We went for the big play that time instead of the sure play, and we didn't get the big play, the interception, or even the tackle for loss, and now they got a short 3rd down.
Warren takes the snap. He's going to give it off to Gregory, I believe it is.
Yes.
And Gregory, I don't know, did he get it?
He did not get it.
Yeah,
he
I
actually
was a little close
didn't gain
this side.
Didn't gain anything. Yeah. That was looked like Harper in arms. Actually, I'm sorry. I think that was actually Cody Profit instead of Harper that time.
So it's going to be 4th down and 1. Ball at the Barren County 48.
They went with the sneak the last time. They had 3rd and short, so 4th and 1. Let's see if they just do the same thing. I would with a big quarterback. He's not under center, though.
Nope. And he is going to keep it. He's going to try to bounce out and jumped over a tackler and dived over to the 45, maybe the 44-yard line. North Laurel gets another first down.
Gain of 3, and Aiden Miller actually made the tackle coming off the block. He was laying on the ground and drug him down, and we have a flag. It's going to be a personal foul but I don't know what it actually is. He just said personal foul. Ted, you might have to figure that one out for us. Personal foul.
On Jackson Arms, but I'm not sure what he did. I thought, maybe not.
Personal foul, number 77, gets the defense.
Yeah.
15-yard penalty, you first down.
They're giving the numbers out here. We're in a pro league.
In the NFL tonight. Got a mic'd up white hat and everything.
Well, we're 40 yards in penalties in the first 6 minutes of the game.
You're right.
So, welcome to the road.
And we've given them 2 first downs off those penalties, basically, with the pass interference, and then adding 2 already a first down with the personal foul.
Right. Warren takes the snap. He's going to keep it, try to bounce out to the far side, but it's going to be Cody Rito bringing him down at the 30 for a loss of at least 1.
Rito, we're getting great penetration. We've got to continue to make the tackles. He almost slipped out of his arms there.
So it's going to be 2nd down and 10. The ball at the Barren County 29-yard line. They send Bagley, a receiver, out to the left. We got a timeout called by North Laurel. First timeout by the Jaguars. 4:39 still to play in the first quarter. And it's a scoreless ball game here in London, Kentucky, with the Trojans and the Jaguars. Get scores and results from middle school to high school every day on our school's district website. Go to barren.kyschools.us, click athletics, and then the sports report for scores from all Barren County middle school and high school sports. We'll run down the sports report for you during our halftime break. Middle school football doing quite well, Robert. Both teams undefeated.
Hey, picked up a couple big wins last night. A little run of clock in the 8th grade game against Glasgow. That's always good to see. And put some points on the board and remain undefeated.
Yeah. We would give you a Coca-Cola scoreboard update, but most of the other games haven't started yet.
Yeah, I was looking. There's absolutely nothing there.
Unless it's a team in the Eastern time zone. Of course, we ran down the schedule for you. Most, like Taylor County at Campbellsville, I don't think that game will start until 8 o'clock. Is that right? Or is that 7 Central? 7 Eastern, I'm sorry. North Hardin at John Hardin. All right, it is 2nd down and 10 for the Jaguars. And here's the handoff bouncing to the left side. That is Gregory on the carry. And Gregory will take it to the 26.
Didn't get much.
Well, they spotted the 29, don't they? So he only picked up 1. Look at the sideline judge here that looked like it was closer than that, but he's not standing at the 29. He's standing around the 26.
They've got more yards off our penalties than they have offensively so far. That's really the only way they move the ball, not to jinx us here, but to give up a big play.
Yep. 2 receivers each way for North Laurel. And dropping back is Warren. He is scrambling now, coming to the far side, pitches it over. Kind of like a basketball pass over to Gregory.
Tried to lob it to the big man there, didn't he?
Little lob pass.
That was initial pressure by Rito. He actually overran the play, but it forced Warren to step up in the pocket and them to abandon what may have been their first or second option.
So it's 4th down and 9 at the 28.
It's definitely go territory. Probably a little too far for your field goal. Would be a 40-yarder.
They've got a kicker in Collier Mills who is 5 of 6 on extra points. I'm not sure I don't think he's kicked a field goal this year, though. All right, Warren, 4th and 9. Scrambling now. Running, looking, going to throw long, deep on the left side. It is going to be incomplete.
Good coverage, Bray Bewley over there on the left side. That was, again, intended for 32, who they've tried to target a few times. Really had no chance, just lobbed it up, and it was actually, if he'd have caught it, it had been out of bounds.
So the Trojans will take over, 1st and 10.
At the 28, our 28. We had 1 positive play offensively the first series. We need to see if we can figure some things out to move the football back into at least North Laurel territory.
3:46 to play here in the first quarter. No score. Childress under center, backfield of the eye. And he is rolling out left. The pass is going to be caught by Miller. He gets away 40, 45, 50. Scrambles at 45, taken down at the 40-yard line of North Laurel for a Castle and Steel first down.
33-yard gain.
Childress pass complete to number 19, Miller.
And that's exactly what we needed to flip the field real quickly. That was good protection. He stepped up in the pocket even though he had a little pressure there at the end. We've got to continue to get the ball in number 19's hands. He's our leading receiver, 2 touchdowns on the year, and big open receiver in the middle of the field.
Yep. Sideline warning against North Laurel.
Friendly get back.
Yep. Trojans in the eye with Bradshaw and Rito. 2 receivers out to the right with Cashmore and Aiden Miller. Childress under center. Hands it off. Tailback. It's Cody Rito. Rito will take it to the 36-yard line.
That's positive.
Wants a gain of 3.
Number 9, Rito on the carry.
I like the eye. Got Bradshaw and Rito behind.
Devin Johnson.
So it brings up second down and 7 for the Trojans with 3:13 to play here in the first quarter.
Gain of 3 on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd and 7.
Play clock down at 10.
Yeah,
we're still in the huddle.
Need to get to the line.
Going to have to hurry. Now it's down to 6.
Already burned 2 timeouts.
Yep, down to 4. Going to have to hurry.
Nope.
Now, I don't know if they're going to make it or not. It's going to be a quick. And it's Will Childress going to throw long, deep on the right side of the field. It is going to be intercepted right at the end zone.
So the whole deal was probably ill-advised. We didn't get the play in time and forced us to go to the line, forced us just to make a couple-step drop, and we heaved it. Probably unnecessarily. We didn't even have a guy in the immediate area. North Laurel had 2 guys to our 1 coming in on the backside. And first turnover of the night is an interception.
And that was intended for Bray Bewley right at the end zone. So turnover by Barren gives it right back to North Laurel. 2:41 to go here in the opening quarter.
I just assume taking a 5-yard penalty in that situation, even if you don't want to burn your last time out in the first half. It doesn't matter if you do.
Yep. Here's Warren. He'll throw to the near side. It is caught and dropped, and he recovered it. That is number 3 for North Laurel, Keaton Bowling.
Pick up 3, 2.
And got it to the 22. Yep. Where the ball got away. So ends up being a 2-yard pickup there. Second down and 8 for North Laurel with 2:14 to go here in the quarter.
We'd more than happily taken that ball back there.
3 receivers to the left side, 1 to the near side for the Jaguars. Warren looking left. Pass is going to be caught at the 25.
Quick hitter to Chappell.
By Jack Chappell.
Miller was right there.
Yep.
Didn't give him much, maybe 3.
The 3rd down and 4 yards to go. They've got to get it to the 30 to get the first down. Minute 45 left in the quarter.
We put them in several 3rd and 4th down situations, but we just haven't been able to get off the field until that very last one down there at the end of their drive.
Yep. Jaguars getting set here with 3 receivers out left. Here's Warren looking right to the near side. It's caught by Gregory. Gregory upended around the 27, maybe the 28.
Good pursuit.
Yep, it's going to bring up 4th down. They didn't have enough. Be 4th and 2. And they're bringing the punting unit in.
We actually did what you would like to see a defensive end do. You turned the play back in, even though you didn't make it, and you put it back into where we had a lot of white shirts, and they kept that from being a big play. And it looks like Cashmore is going to stand right about our 40-yard line to see if we can receive this punt.
And I believe that's Begley, the punter, number 9. High snap to him. He gets it away, though, and it's going to go out of bounds at the 40-yard line.
Warren's punt.
Right
Right at midfield.
Begley's punt.
Yep.
Begley's punt.
So it stops the clock with 42.7 left to go here in the first. No score between Barren County and North Laurel.
Very even game so far. Neither offense has been able to settle in. Both defenses controlling the football game so far. We've had a couple big plays, 2 pass plays, one to Miller for 33, one to Bradshaw for 14, but, right after that, the drive stalled.
Yep. This is Nash 103.7, WHHT-FM, Cave City, Glasgow. Online at Nash1037.com, 104thescore.com, and on BCHS Live. Backfield is in the eye. Here's Childress. Hands it off to Rito. Trying to bounce out to the right side. He got away from his would-be tackler, Chappell. Chappell trying to track him downfield, but
hang on.
Wow. Runs it all the way down to the 28-yard line. He had people running after him, but I don't see a flag anywhere.
I was waiting. A 22-yard gain by Rito, and he put on the burners to get around the edge, had one guy to beat, and then our guy sprung him to get him that 22-yard gain. So biggest gain on the ground by far.
Yeah, Cody Rito last week, 11 carries, 85 yards and a touchdown. He has tallied 249 yards in the first 4 ball games on 43 carries. Childress hands it off. And going forward, trying to pick up some yardage to the 25-yard line. Was that Bradshaw?
Yes, it was. Handoff to the first man through, and he got hit almost immediately as we end the first quarter.
Yep. We're at the end of one here in London, Kentucky, with the Trojans and the Jaguars deadlocked to 0. We'll return with the second quarter of action after this break. This is Barren County High Football brought to you by Don Franklin Glasgow on Nash 103.7. Barren moving from left to right. Cashmore trying to make the cut of the left end, and it's going to be tackled right around the 27-yard line. I don't believe he got anything. May have got 1 or 2. Trying to look at it from this angle.
Tall sweep to the left side. Yep. Donovan tried to get out in front, but there was
actually got 3.
Too many blue shirts there to give him much room. So we got 3rd down and 7 here at the 26 of North Laurel. This would be somewhere, if I could get Bray Bewley or Aiden Miller involved, it would be a great place to do it.
Trips on the near side. Bewley is split out to the left. And here's Childress going to throw. It was intended for Bewley. And I think he
got a flag here on the left side.
Yep.
There was just a little hitch that he ran, and he turned way after
after the ball was thrown.
And we get a hold to add to it. So they probably will accept that, since we would have went for it on 4th down.
Barren County, number 56, 10-yard penalty.
Well, Riley DeGroff was holding.
Okay, well, they declined it.
Yep. So that will be loss of down. Going to be 4th down and 7. Close to 8 for Barren. The ball is at the North Laurel 26.
It's one of those 50-50 decisions, whether you decline that or you use the yardage and let us keep the down. We need to make them pay for that. We got to give Will a little bit more time to throw than we did on that last play.
He was being rushed that time. Bewley wide left. Play clock at 3. Going to have to hurry. And draw them off.
It's not going to be enough for the first down, but it's going to make it 4th and manageable.
Yeah.
So 4th and 2.
Right. Got to put it down to the 21.
Good job getting to the line, being disciplined, and getting that free 5. That's their 3rd penalty for 15, all short varieties. That's a long.
Well,
did they move it up 5 yards?
I only moved it up 4.
That's the shortest 5 yards I've ever
I thought
seen.
it's supposed to be at 21, but
that's what the people in the booth are saying. That's a 4-yard penalty. Move it up.
First one I've seen like that before.
Well, when you're on the roads, you get only 4 yards for penalties instead of 5. Well, we've seen worse.
Oh, yeah, we've seen a lot worse. All right. 4th down and 3.5. Bewley's on the near side of the wideout spot. And it is Childress. He's being rushed. Pass is complete to Moore. 30. Trying to get to the 25. He's not going to make it.
There's not a chance there. 3 guys surrounding. You can beat 1, maybe 2, but they had 1 all over him there. 1 in all angles.
So North Warren will take over, or North Laurel. I keep saying North Warren. North Warren's elementary school in Smith Grove. North Laurel will take over on downs at their own 33.
Trayshawn Holmes-Evans at 32. Jack Chapman.
Well, both defenses bending and not breaking.
Yep.
Let's see if we can continue that trend as they move it back the other way.
So North Laurel moving right to left here in the second period. Still no score with 11:09 to go here in the second.
Long count. They almost drew us off sides. We were able to get back.
Yeah, still got time on the play clock. It's down at 12. Pass comes to the near side. It is caught by Begley. Flag on the play. Tackle made at the 35.
Well, they don't have any dinner reservations tonight as we're getting ready to enter a flag fest.
Yep.
We'll see where it is. As of right now, it's about a 6-yard gain. Personal foul us. Lord of mercy.
That's 2.
I don't see anything belligerent, Chad.
Number 77, white team.
The helmet come off, so I'm not sure if he got his hands in the face mask or what.
So hands to the face, kind of.
Yeah, the helmet come off. That's all I could see in the commotion. But yeah, they only moved the ball 4 yards on the last penalty. Maybe up here it's only a 4-yard penalty.
That's
for
your
offside.
job to help them march it off down there. Okay?
I'm afraid I'd be up there with y'all if I said anything.
That is Jackson's second personal foul penalty tonight.
Yeah. Not stepped it off yet.
And the only reason we know that's because they're giving out numbers tonight. So Jackson, who's been really good on our defensive line, but an anchor for our second leader in tackles this year, has to kind of regroup himself and make up for a mistake here that'll give him an automatic first down. Because they're going to march it off from the end of the play. So it's a 5-yard gain and then the penalty on top of it.
Wow.
I bet they don't misstep this one.
Penalty will be assessed from the end of the play.
Wow.
Man, it sure seems like that's a long way. 50-yard line?
Jags will be 1st and 10 from the
I'm only down to around the 20-something. Jaguars 1st and 10, 2 receivers each way. The ball's going to come to the left side. Begley makes the catch, and he'll be taken out of bounds right around the 40, down around the 38 on the near side of the field in front of the North Laurel sideline.
It's a 12-yard gain, another first down for them. They are getting the ball out quickly. Their receivers are basically just taking 10 and turning, and the quarterback has 3 or 4 options where to unload it.
Yep. 2 receivers each way. Tucker Warren takes the snap, hands it off, coming to the near side. That's Gregory.
Down gain of, what's that, 14?
Out of bounds at the 26.
Harper. His gain is good.
His biggest run of the night. And they've passed, and after they didn't have much success at the running game, and all of a sudden break off a big one for a first down to get them at the 26. 25, actually.
Hurry up offense here. Here is Tucker Warren. The pass is going to be complete on the right side of the field. He breaks one tackle. Flag comes in.
It.
And the ball squirted out. Jackson Arms came up with a football, but It was Cole Messer, the receiver.
Also, there is a flag on the play.
And they're talking it over.
Clearly a fumble, right, Chad?
Yes, it's a fumble. I believe it's going to be a hold on North Laurel.
Yeah, so it should be our football, right? But there's no indication yet.
Yeah, it's our ball. They said decline and our ball. Big break, big break.
Okay.
Our team, or guys down here, are starting to get frustrated with the penalties and everything, and big break, big break.
It looked like they were starting to have some success moving the football, and they had been to the line, checked the play, seen what was going on, and they went to more of a hurry up where it was just quick outs and quick hitters with the running back. So that's a big turnover.
Was it Arms that came up with the football?
I think so, wasn't it, Chad?
Yeah, I think so.
He had it in his hand.
Or 17, I think, come up with the ball.
17 for us is Dalton Garman.
I think that was who got the fumble. 77. It was Arms.
Jackson
It was
Arms.
Arms. I'm sorry.
All right. The Trojans have it. 1st and 10 at their own 23. Under center is Childress. He'll hand it off to Cody Rito. Rito working the right side of the 25, maybe to the 26.
Not much there.
A gain of 2, maybe 3. Now they're going to spot it 2. It looks like it's a 25.
Gain of 2 on the play.
They spot it generously and then take a couple steps back every time.
Yeah. 2nd down at 8. Barren with the football at their own 25. Still no score with 9:35 to go in the half. Center is Childress. Pitches it out. That is Cash Moore, and he'll be taken down for a loss.
Cash tried to cut that one back. He had a block that would have allowed him to cut it back, but couldn't get his footing.
Yeah, it'll be a loss of about 3, maybe 4.
It's going to bring up 4th down.
Wow. I sure thought he didn't step out till he got to about the 38 or 33.
We can't go for it here, though. We got to bring in the punting unit, and that's what we have.
And it's Jonathan Wilson, the punter. Gets it away.
They'll cover it.
And
good bounce.
Takes a high bounce. Nice roll. All the way down inside the 25, down about the 23.
We had Chad, we have a question on the text machine coming in here, 8:25 to go in the second quarter, 0-0. Ask if there's a point in the game where a personal foul dismisses you from the football game. And that is only true of unsportsmanlike conduct.
Personal fouls, you can get them all night, I think. But unsportsmanlike, you get 2, don't you?
That is correct.
Neither have been unsportsmanlike.
We do have 3 15-yard penalties, though. We've got 55 yards in penalties, and they have hurt us tonight. But still, it's a 0-0 ball game, a third of the way through the second quarter.
Warren with Gregory to his right out of the gun. They get 2 receivers each way. And he pumps. He's going to throw. It is going to be incomplete.
We bit hard.
Yep. Pass was intended for Hunter Morgan.
Bray has played excellent at that defensive back position. But what they have done, that was a great play call, because what they've done is they have short passed us to death here. We bet hard on that fake for the same thing, and they just didn't connect.
2 receivers each way once again.
Slowing it down a little bit now.
Warren. Yep. We'll have a little penalty against the Jaguars.
That was one of those where everybody but the center knew what the snap count was.
Yep.
Everybody moved, but not the ball.
So instead of 2nd and 10, going to be 2nd and 15. And that will back North Laurel to the 18-yard line.
I think the official wants to make his ruling. Well, we're trying to figure out where a wallet is.
Yeah. Illegal procedure against North Laurel.
In case he didn't know, everybody in the building knew that was illegal procedure. He didn't have to make that announcement.
And here we go, a 2nd and 15. Tucker Warren dropping back. Now he's going to throw, and it's going to be incomplete. Intended, went through the hands of Begley. Right across the middle.
Tried to sneak it in between. I think that was 29 for us and Aiden Miller. 29 again, Cody Profit.
Yeah, Cody Profit. Bring up 3rd and 15 for the Jaguars. And this is North Laurel's 4th game of the season. Barron's 5th. After tonight, we're halfway through the regular season. Warren out of the gun, flag.
It's going to be the 9th penalty of the game. And even though we just had Veterans Day,
I believe we've got more penalties in a quarter and 4 minutes we have all year, hadn't we?
it is.
Yep.
And have the games been atrociously, either way without all those penalties
I
from the
kind of
first
like
4
it
games?
myself, to be honest with you.
You're saying you don't like the penalties. You like what we've seen.
I like what we've seen, but I guess all these false starts, I guess you have to call those. But holds, I mean, you could probably call a hole on every play.
Every play, yeah. Here's Warren. He's in trouble. He is being chased by Cody Rito. Almost sacked him. They got the pass away, but it's incomplete out at the 25-yard line.
Cody's all over him, and he's had to dance all over the place. Got out of the pocket in a big, uncomfortable position, and incomplete pass again. And to Chad's point, sometimes you do have to call those penalties, but all those penalties other than the starts kind of get you out of whack, which causes those. So, the game kind of changes when you have 9, 10 penalties already.
John Begley standing at the end zone. Snap to him. Going to be a short punt. Let's see if it makes it. It's going to bounce out of bounds around the 40-yard line.
Be our best field position tonight. The North Laurel's own 41.
So it's 7:56 to go here in the first half. Still no score. The second quarter is brought to you by Southern States Glasgow Co-op. Jay Turner with Robert Bauer, Chad Withrow on the sidelines. Todd Belcher, our studio producer. BCHS Live here tonight as well.
Neither team has really been able to capture any momentum. I'd like to see us give Childress a little bit of time and just go for a home run hitter right here. He can put that ball in the end zone, and you got 2 big receivers that we have. But Bewley's the only one split out this time as we're in a double tight formation.
Right. Lined up in the eye, and here is the handoff to Cody Rito right up the middle. Rito will get it to the 38-yard line. That'll be a gain of 3 for the Trojans, which will bring up 2nd down and about 8.
Gain of 2 on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd and
The ball in between the 39 and 38. What's that?
And they were just called official time real quick. I think it was a equipment issue.
Still got some time on the play clock. Cashmore, Bray Bewley, the receivers out to the left. Bradshaw and Rito lined up in the eye behind Childress. And he will fake the handoff to Rito. He rolls out left. The pass is going to be caught. It's running down the far side of the field. And they got the first down. The Trojans with a Castlin Steels first down at the 15-yard line. Cashmore on the reception.
check that.
24-yard gain.
Chapel pushes him out of bounds.
So the ball at the North Laurel 20.
That's what we needed, and he was able to roll out, had the time to get his feet set and throw a strike to Cash. See if we can cash it in the end zone now.
Bewley's the receiver on the near side. And a handoff to Rito, trying to bounce out the left side.
Just hold on.
And gets pushed down at the 20. Looks like he may have got a couple of yards moving forward, but I think they're going to call it for no gain.
They do a good job gang tackling, and when you're wrapped up like that and stood up, you just got to make sure you hold on.
They're going to give him 1.
Gain of 1 on the play. It's going to bring up
2nd and 9 at the 19.
Mix it up pretty good. Run, pass, run, pass. It'd be a good time to leak one of those tight ends out. That's where Aiden Miller's lined up right now on the right side.
And Bewley's the receiver out to the left. And Here is the handoff coming to Bradshaw.
Break another one.
And he is still going, taking about 3 or 4 with him, all the way down to the 6.
He was hit at the initial line at the 19 and managed to drag 3 or 4 Jaguars all the way down to, they'll put it at the 7.
Well, yep, that's where they've got it.
It's a 12-yard gain by Bradshaw, another first down. We got to keep pushing here.
First and goal from the 7.
Come on, boys.
Bewley is wide left. Backfield, I formation. Childress under center. Takes the snap, pitches it out. Reno trying to make his way in. Flag on the play. Probably have a hold here. He got down to about the 3. It's on the far side of the field.
It's a backbreaker. He got down to the 3, and that's where the, I'm going to say, hold is.
Chad's right down there on top of it. He's down at the goal line.
Yeah, that one, their guy grabbed us, and one of those where both guys had a hold of each other, and I don't agree with that one. That one's right here in front of me. But what it is, it is.
Wow.
Their guy grabbed us first.
65 yards in penalties. Chad, they got to be frustrated with the number of penalties over there because, like you said, we can hold every dadgum play.
Yeah, but, I mean, their guy grabbed, and we're the ones that got called for it.
It didn't really affect the play.
No,
he didn't pick up any yardage at all.
No, it's a backbreaker when it doesn't affect the play.
So the Trojans are backed up to the 14-yard line. Childress under center. And he fakes the handoff. He's being chased. Going to have to do something with it. Trying to find an opening. He's going to keep it, and he'll run it out of bounds right around the 11.
He went out about the 12, and you only get a couple there, but what Will did was he didn't force anything.
Right.
Because there was, and he was running out a ton of space.
He couldn't find anybody open.
Maybe one on the play.
They're going to put it at the 13, looks like.
Second down from the 13.
They take 1 yard
short every time.
They take 1 yard back. That's like the 4-yard penalty we got a while ago.
Cashmore, Bray Bewley, the receivers out to the left.
You're second down still, though. That's the plus.
Yeah. Cody Rito's on the near side. Out of the gun, Childress hands it off. Bradshaw trying to bust his way through. And he tries to get across the 10.
Keep pushing.
And he'll push it forward to about the 9, close to the 8. Well, he had about 4 or 5 hanging on to him.
Gain of 4.
About half.
Yeah, they're going to put it at the 9.
Team of the Jaguars on the
You want to turn it over here because you're in field goal range and get some points here on the board.
Yeah, not much difference in an extra point right there.
No, it's on the 9. So be about a 6-yard difference, and he's more than capable of making that.
Yeah. We'll have to hurry here, guys. Play clock at 7.
Got a timeout if we need it.
Cashmore, Bray Bewley out to the left side. Play clock at 2. Here's a snap. And it is Childress handed off to Cody Reno. Dusting down the middle. He's trying to push it across. A big pile up at the 1-yard line.
It's on the half-inch line. 9 to the half-inch line. Give him a gain of 8. Chad, go for it here.
They're going.
Yeah.
But they up to the one, outside the 1.
Will Childress sneaks. Oh, you got it right here.
It's right in the middle of the field.
You got 2 big backs. I mean, you got a lot of options, but I wouldn't do anything other than the old quarterback sneak and make sure you find the gap over your center. Come on, boys.
All right, here we go. Backfield is in the eye. Childress. Timeout.
It's going to be a timeout.
North Laurel.
Yeah.
North Laurel takes a timeout. 3:55 to go in the first half.
They haven't taken a timeout yet, so I think that was one of those situations where they just wanted to see how we lined up. It shouldn't have been much of a surprise, but I don't think you changed anything we've done to get here.
Going to be 4th and goal at the 1 for the Trojans. Stay tuned. We'll have the halftime report coming up. Brought to you by Barren County Judge Executive Executive Michael Hale, proud supporter of Barren County and Barren County Trojan football. We elect Michael Hale, Barren County Judge Executive.
We'll get a score from across America. Louisville has claimed the Friday night spot.
They have. They've had, what, 3 on a Friday night?
I think this is their second. They played last Friday night. I think they played Central Florida, was able to beat them. They're tied with Florida State, who opened the year with a win over LSU, 14 apiece.
Here we go. 4th and goal at the 1 for the Trojans.
See if we can get on the board first here tonight. Big play.
Trying to get set here. Childress under center. Full house backfield. Handoff. Rito trying to get across. I don't know if he made it or not.
He clearly made it. Right, Chad, you're right down the goal line.
He was across.
That's not even close. Not even close.
And one official is coming over to talk about it. No.
I didn't think it was close from 30 yards away.
I thought he got at least one leg over.
It's only got to be the ball.
Yeah. I thought he had at least a leg over.
Oh, man.
Man, what a break for North Laurel.
Chad, it wasn't just a football. It was half a body, it looked like, wasn't it?
Of course, it was on the opposite side, but it sure looked like he was in.
I thought he was in.
See if we can get some penetration, get a big play here. They're on the half-inch line.
Play clock at 2. And they're going to try to quarterback sneak it. Pick up a yard, maybe 2.
A lot of time left in the half. We're approaching 3:30. That's, I don't think either team's been able to establish momentum, but that's kind of almost a momentum killer for us because we had worked so hard to get there, had some good plays, and just couldn't punch it across. Don't fault the play call.
Ball is after 3. It's going to be 2nd and 8 for the Jags.
3:10 left to go here in the first half. And Warren in the end zone, out of the shotgun. I believe the snap came to the fullback, which was Gregory.
That's correct. Get him to the 5.
Gregory got out to the 5. That's a couple of yard pickup there. Bring up 3rd. And about 6. So 3rd and 6 on their own 5-yard line.
That sneak, they barely got out of the end zone. They gave him 2 yards on the first play out.
I don't think they're using the calculator right tonight.
Go get it.
And Warren in trouble, trying to scramble. Now he'll go down at the 11.
First down.
I thought we had him there.
You got a flag? Is that a flag down there? Flag right at the 2. Cody had him.
There's a flag.
Cody had him in the grasp, and he broke away from him. We talked in the pregame about how the quarterback was mobile. He showed it there, but it looks like there's going to be a hold right at the 2. That'll obviously be on North Laurel. Negates a first down if it is.
Here's the call from the official.
North Laurel.
Yep.
Half the distance to go. Rookie start down.
Yep. It's a block in the back. Same difference as a hold as far as the penalty is concerned.
Moves the ball back inside the 1.
We just want to contain here. We'll bring up 4th down if we're able to.
Yep. About midway in the end zone to take the snap. Now he's looking. Going to air it out. And let's see. Incomplete pass.
Yeah.
Double coverage on the receiver, Begley.
That was Bewley, maybe Truitt.
Yep.
It was Spillman. There was several in that area. That's the right decision for us, just to knock it down. I mean, it was close to being intercepted, though.
Right. Bewley went up high to try to make the catch.
Their punter will have his heels on the white.
Yes, I mean, we're talking about out of the back of the end zone.
Guys, every snap they've had has been almost over his head. It would be nice to rock it over his head right here.
Chad, you stole that one right out of my mouth.
Sorry.
And that's all right. They have not had good snaps. You're right. And we've come close to blocking a couple. We just don't want to run into the kicker or do anything crazy. We want the football in good field position.
Cash Moore back at the 35. And wow, it's blocked.
Go get it.
And who's got it?
Touchdown.
Touchdown,
22.
Barren County. Tanner Harper. Wow.
Just what the doctor ordered there.
Trojans will be a touchdown, Barren County.
How about that?
You couldn't ask for anything better, and he really did a combination of what Chad and I said. And when you're in short field position right there, you have no room for error. I think it was 22, right, Chad? I know you're a longer way.
I think it was. I thought it was.
I missed that one. Okay. I couldn't say.
I thought it was Tanner Harper.
I thought he punted it so low it hit somebody in the back. I didn't even see that they blocked it.
We'll take it.
Aiden Miller for the extra point try. Right. It is up, and it is good.
How about that?
So we get a Carver's Towing and Recovery touchdown by Tanner Harper on the blocked punt. Came down with the football in the end zone. Call Carver's Towing and Recovery at 270-659-0041. And an extra point for Aiden Miller gives the Trojans a 7-0 lead with 2:06 to go here in the first half.
Had a defensive touchdown last week, a scoop and score. I think that was Rito who had that. And this week, Tanner Harper recovers a blocked kick in the end zone to give defense 7 more points. And the defense has obviously played really well tonight, but our offense has also done their part moving the football.
Yep. That kind of makes up for not getting in the zone the first time.
You get the touchdown one way or the other.
One way or the other.
It lessens my complaining, which nobody ever says I've done. And I don't know why you're laughing, Jay.
Well, you're not as bad. Well, I'm not going to say that.
Back for the Jaguars.
Now, if John Butler was here tonight.
I'm the most optimistic person you know.
That time we will.
John Butler listening tonight in Frankfurt.
Also, one more call.
Yeah.
For Lexington.
Student here and you're wanting tickets for the homecoming dance. Go down and see them.
He'll be back with us next Friday night, so we travel to Russellville. Or he might have drove down 75. He may be
up there on the hill watching the game.
Yeah.
Right? All right, we got, 2 minutes, 6 seconds, 7-point lead to end the first half. We clearly do not need to give back any momentum we've been able to establish. Right. So get a good kickoff here from Aiden.
And Aiden Miller, very capable of putting the boot through and end-over-end kick, and it is going to be Gregory at the 15. No, it is Gregory, 33.
Cover it.
And, well, we finally bring him down around the 39-yard line.
Guys, the ball, he did punt it into the back of North Laurel, and 22 fell on it. So I just asked, and it did.
Okay, well.
Their player, and 22 was there to fall on it. So
it was hard to tell from this angle up here.
I thought it looked like it was a line drive, and then I just asked, and they said, yeah, it hit the player in the back.
He's trying to get it off real quickly. I mean, obviously short the steps.
Yep. North Laurel with 2 receivers each way. Here's Warren dropping back. Throws the pass. It is through the hands of the receiver. That is number 20, Trey Steinem.
Good play call. We've said Rito's getting penetration. Others that time, like Jackson Arms, were coming. And they've been setting us up for that all first half.
So that's the first intended catch by Stidham in the ball game tonight. He only stands 5'5", 120. 2nd and 10 for the Jaguars. And got trips on the near side. Warren hands it off. It is going to be number 33, that's Gregory. And I believe he may have got the first down up to about the 49, maybe the 50.
Right at the stick. Textbook tackle by Logan Truitt, gain of 10.
Stops the clock briefly with 1:44 left and a half.
Gain is good.
1st and 10 for North Laurel.
Jaguars.
And they'll set up with 2 receivers on both sides. Barren out of the gun. Got to keep it. And he's going to get tackled at the 48.
Wilson.
And Profit.
Wilson, 29 Profit there.
And so a pickup of 2.
Gain of 2.
Close to 3. Well, they move the stick just a little bit further up. 2nd and 7. With 1:13 to play. Warren being chased, missed the tackle there, and here's a pass, wobbly pass, picked off. I believe Bewley got it.
They say he did.
Right in front of the Barren County sideline.
That was a jump ball, and number 1, Bray Bewley, went up and high-pointed the football. And what was even more impressive than the athletic play to go get the football was to get the feet in down.
Yes.
And his feet inbounds.
Right. Chad was on top of that one.
Yes, he went up above the guy and got it and came down with, I'm not sure he didn't get both feet in. You know, in high school you only have to have one, but I think he got both feet in.
Yeah.
Great play here. I hope that we'll have the lead going into the half.
Yeah.
Nothing fancy here. I'd say a couple
1:06 to go.
couple handoffs, and we go to the break with the 7-0 lead.
Cashmore, Bray Bewley, the receivers, backfield of the eye. Handoff comes to Rito, bounces off to the left side, and we'll go down about the 44. Gain of 4 for the Trojans. As we're heading down to the end of the first half here, it'll be 2nd down and 6.
Gain of 4.
44 seconds to play in the half.
You just really have to snap it one more time. Say a handoff to Bradshaw or Rito and see what happens. And be content with where we are, maybe more than content with where we are.
Got to be, if you're Tommy Muse, you got to be happy about this first half.
Overcome 65 yards of penalties and be up 7-0.
Yep. Backfield is in the eye. It's 2nd down and 6. And here's the handoff to Bradshaw. Bradshaw, left tackle, gets the first down. A Castle and Steele first down at the North Laurel 47-yard line. Stops the clock with 11.9 to move the chains.
Gain of 9.
Number 12, Bradshaw on the carry, 25.
And that will run out the clock. Barren County on top here tonight over North Laurel on the road. It is 7-0 Trojans. And we're going to go down to Chad Withrow, who has Coach Tommy Muse for some coaches' comments brought to you by Edmonton State Bank.
Coach, despite the big yardage and penalties, you've got to be thrilled with the way your kids are competing.
Yeah, we got a lot of penalties. I don't know how many yards. We got more there than we got anything else. Playing hard, we got to continue. Their second half team, usually that's when they get going, the second half. We just got to keep playing.
Thanks, Coach.
Coach's comments brought to you by Edmonton State Bank. ESB, we're right here when you need us with locations all across South Central Kentucky. ESB is right there when you need them. Member FDIC. Our score at halftime, the Barren County Trojans 7, North Laurel Jaguars 0. We're going to come back with our halftime report after this break. This is Barren County High Football brought to you by Don Franklin Glasgow on Nash 103.7.
Starts with a solid foundation. CRS Construction. Call them at 270-678-2876.
halftime here in London, Kentucky, where the Barren County Trojans lead the North Laurel Jaguars by a score of 7-0. Time for a halftime report brought to you by Barren County Judge Executive Michael Hale, proud supporter of Barren County and Barren County Trojan football. We like Michael Hale, Barren County Judge Executive. Scoring summary of the first half, only one score made. There was 2:06 to go before the break as Tanner Harper recovered a block punt in the end zone to give the Trojans a 6-0 lead. And Aiden Miller comes in and kicks the extra point. Trojans on top here at halftime, 7-0.
Makes the scoring summary pretty simple, doesn't it?
Yep.
But I'll take it.
Absolutely.
Let's go with our stats first, if you're ready.
Yep.
26 plays, 137 yards. Did a great job distributing the football through the ground and the air as well. So 26 plays, 137 yards, 17 rushes for 57 total yards. Rito had 8 carries for 35. Childress had 2 for no positive yards. Bradshaw 5 for 29. And Cashmore also had 2 carries but did not net positive yards. Childress was 5 of 6 through the air for 80 yards. That is Bradshaw, who caught 1 for 14, Miller 2 for 41, and Moore, Cashmore caught 2 for 25. We had 6 first downs, so we were penalized 5 times for 65 yards, and we had 1 interception for our only turnover. North Laurel had 32 plays tonight in the first half for 89 yards. On the ground, they were 14 of 52, led by Gregory, who had 9 carries and 43 yards, so 14 plays, 52 yards on the ground. Passing-wise, they were 6 of 14, was their quarterback Warren, and he only netted 37 yards through the air. They were able to gain 7 first downs. They were also penalized several times, 6 times to be exact, for 35 yards, and they turned it over 3 times if you count that blocked, muffed, whatever you want to call it, kick. 1 fumble, 1 block kick, and then the interception there that stalled their last drive of the half. Overall, solidly played, and you kind of hesitate to use that word a little bit when you have 5 penalties for 65 yards, but you take those out because they ultimately didn't hurt you in a massive way. Didn't take points off the board. Didn't really lead to points for them. Overall, a very solidly played first half. By our backs, by our quarterback, our defensive guys really making it hard for them to find passing lanes. Our secondaries played phenomenally. The linebacker, obviously, Tanner Harper with that fumble recovery. So, all in all, we made good on a long bus drive in the first half, but there's a long way to go. They'll get the football start in the second half. So we've got a lot of football to play and a lot of plays to stand up for.
Yeah. Our first Coca-Cola scoreboard update of the night. Open a Coke and enjoy the game. Comes from the Glasgow-Hart County game. Glasgow playing at Hart County tonight. Glasgow leading the game at the end of the first quarter. It's Glasgow 7 and Hart County 6. That's the only score I have right now. Yep, I'll take that back. Warren Central leads Allen County Scottsville 16-8 with 7 minutes to go in the first half.
Bowling Green tied with Ball County 7-7. About 6 minutes left in the first half there. South Warren up 19-0 over Paducah Tillman. That's real quick. Russellville Franklin Simpson 23 over Russellville 0, partly through the second quarter. Metcalf up 21-0 over Clinton at the end of the first quarter. And I think that will exhaust the scores that I have.
Okay. When we come back, we'll take a look at our Barren County High and Middle School sports report from all the other fall sports going on this week at Barren County High and Middle School. As our halftime report continues, the Trojans 7, North Laurel 0. This is Barren County High football brought to you by Don Franklin Glasgow on Nash 103.7. here in London, Kentucky, where the Trojans lead North Laurel by a score of 7-0. Time to look at some other sports going on at Barren County High and Barren County Middle School this week. We'll start back with last Saturday in boys golf. The Trojans played in the Bowling Green Invitational, finished 14 out of 16 teams. Individual highest golfer was Jamison Corbin, who fired an 80. In girls golf, also in the Bowling Green Invitational, it was Chloe Witcher that fired a 97 to lead the Trojanettes. Cross country last Saturday, the Central Hardin Invitational girls varsity 5K, they finished 12th. Now Chesney McPherson and Gracie Reed did not compete in that one because they were preparing for a highly competitive race tomorrow in Louisville. Middle school girls 3,200 meter, Fiddle and Coleman, an 8th grader, finishing 5th overall. In the boys Central Hardin Invitational 5K, varsity finished 13th. Brody Miller finished 10th overall with a time of 17:17. Then on Monday, JV football, Barren County beat South Warren 22-13. Boys soccer, Barren lost to Grayson 1-0. In volleyball, on the varsity side, Adair beat Barren 2-0. JV, Barren County beat Adair 2-0. Middle school football, 7th grade, Barren County beat Warren East 12-8, while the 8th grade won 22-6 over the Raiders. Middle school girls soccer, South Warren beat Barren County 1-0. Boys middle school soccer, Drakes Creek beat Barren 7-0. Middle school softball, Barren won both games over Logan County 7-6 and 4-0. On Tuesday of this week in girls soccer, South Warren defeated Barren County 9-0. Volleyball, varsity, Barren County beat Butler County 2-1, while the JV won 2-0 over Butler County. The freshmen also a 2-0 winner over Butler County. Boys district golf. Barren finished 3rd overall, but only 4 strokes behind first place Glasgow. Individually, Jamison Corbin finished 1st overall with a 33. Keeler Kinney had a 36. Kellen Kidd a 42. Carson Beckham had a 42. Braden Furlong had a 43. Middle school softball, the A-team, Allen County Scottsville beat Barren 5-4. Allen won the second game 8-3. On Wednesday, Barren County Trojanette golf team winning the tournament, district tournament, with a score of 178. Defeated Allen County Scottsville. They had a 206. Kenzie Edwards and Chloe Witcher took 1st and 2nd best overall individually. Edwards fired a 41. Witcher had a 43. Lucy Zalo a 45. Tinsley Nigel a 49. Gracie Myatt a 57. So congratulations to Trojanettes winning the district golf tournament. That was on Wednesday. And then yesterday in middle school softball, Barren County won both games over Monroe County 14-0 and 9-1. Boys soccer middle school, Barren won over Allen 5-2. Middle school football, 7th grade, Barren 8, Glasgow 6. 8th grade, Barren County 36, Glasgow nothing. Both the 7th and 8th grade football teams are undefeated. Barren County is 8-0. On the 8th grade side, Barren County 7th grade is 6-0. The freshmen also won over South Warren 22-13. And in soccer, boys defeated Glasgow on penalty kicks 2-1, while the Trojanettes lost their soccer game at Somerset by a score of 4-1.
Yes, hard to believe some of the fall sports are starting to wind down. Boys and girls golf regional tournaments on Monday, so good luck to them and all of our athletes competing this week. I know we have some cross-country running tomorrow, soccer playing tomorrow, so a busy weekend as always around Trojan campus.
Yep. More halftime report coming up from London, Kentucky. Your score, Trojans 7, the Jaguars 0. This is Barren County High football, brought to you by Don Franklin Glasgow on Nash 103.7. to Farmers RECC Jackie Browning Memorial second half kickoff, and our third quarter brought to you by Southern States Glasgow Co-op. When we come back after this break, Trojans 7, North Laurel 0. This is Barren County High Football brought to you by Don Franklin Glasgow on Nash 103.7.
Refreshing smoothie Monday through Saturday.
For the second half here in London, Kentucky, with the Trojans leading 7-0 over North Laurel. North Laurel, they didn't get back on the field until about 50 seconds left before the start of the second half.
Talking to some of their guys, they do it a little bit differently homecoming. It looked like half of their football team were as escorts.
I didn't even mention about homecoming, but they did have homecoming, and it was quick. It was quick.
It's hard to make adjustments when you're out there as escorts in the homecoming court. I did like the serenade we got by Kenny G there at halftime on the saxophone. A little background music.
Yeah.
Sets the mood for homecoming.
Yeah. Next week, we're at Russellville. Team playing Franklin Simpson tonight. Russellville is 0-4. They lost to Warren East last week 60-12. They were the state Class A runner-up from last year, losing to Pikeville 30-27 at Kroger Field in Lexington. Finished the year 12-2. They lost 14 seniors, most of who were fifth-year seniors. And Barren County will try to seek a little revenge next Friday night after getting thumped 43-7 last year.
They'll be winless coming into Trojan Field. I think they were down 21-0 when we checked the score at halftime.
To Ray Stadium next Friday night. I've never been there to do a football game. Been past it many times, but never broadcasted a game there. All right, Barren County will kick off here the second half, and it'll be Trying to check the numbers. Is that
33 and
okay.
3.
3? Okay. Well, we know who 33 is. That's Gregory. And it's going to come to number 3 for that's Bowling. He'll bring it upfield across the 30 to about the 32-yard line, where the Jaguars will have it 1st and 10 to start the first drive of the second half.
Decent return. Looked like Colton Thomas and Zach Novak on the kickoff stop. Very, very important drive for us to set the tone here in the second half after we defensively played really well. See what kind of adjustments they make. I know, Jackson Arms played a great first half, along with a couple of our linebackers, secondary.
And Tucker Warren with 3 receivers right. He's going to hand it off to his running back, and that is Gregory. He gets the first down at the 43, maybe the 44-yard line. It's on the near side of the field in front of the North Laurel sideline.
Tate Spillman brought him down after a gain of 12. You don't want your secondary making those tackles off handoffs in the backfield. And them getting a first down on their first play of the second half.
And quickly they're back up the line of scrimmage, trips to the right side. Warren takes the snap. He fakes the handoff. He keeps it, runs to the 50, across into the 48. And a gain of about 7, close to 8.
Harper on the tackle. 20 yards worth of gains in their first 2 plays. They've come out, they hit the hole hard. And we have a brief stoppage for some reason. I think it's a play clock.
Going to be 2nd and 2 for North Laurel. So it was a gain of 8. He took it to the Barren County 48. Trips to the right side again. 1 receiver here on the near side, that being Begley. And a fumble. I don't think the quarterback was ready for the snap.
Well, that's a break.
But he did fall down to the football, but it's a loss back to the 46-yard line, 47, in between the 46 and 47. Now,
you've had a situation where the only person not to move was the center, and then you had a situation where the only person to move was the center. You're fortunate for them, they got the ball back, but a break for us. See if we can get a stop on 3rd down.
3rd and 7. 3 receivers to the right side. Warren will throw a quick pass. It's up and goes out of bounds.
I couldn't see.
Not sure who got a hand on it.
Maybe Wilson.
Could have been. He looked like he was closer to it. So 4th down for North Laurel. They'll have to punt it, and Begley's back to punt.
Surprised. 2 big plays, and then how 1 little play can change the momentum completely. Mistake by them. We got to go field this punt, though.
Cash Moore. And that one's going to be fielded, bobbled it for a moment at the 20, gets to the 25, and up to about the 29, close to the 30-yard line, where the Trojans will have it 1st and 10. 10-19 to play, 3rd period. Barren County with a 7-0 lead.
It's a tough catch by Cash, but the right play, because if you let that bounce, you've got field position inside the 15. Instead, you're at the 30.
Second half.
Playing on turf all the time, gives us those type of advantages where we know to go up and field it, and where others coming in here might not.
How about a T-shirt, somebody? Here's some noise. Make some noise you want to.
Coca-Cola scoreboard update quickly. Greene County 30, Monroe County nothing at the half. Backfield is in the eye. Handoff. Nope. You're going to keep it as Childress rolls out right. Pass is going through the hands of Logan Truitt, I believe, number 16 at the 45. So it'll be 2nd and 10.
Sorry, that's only his 2nd incompletion. Truitt had hit him between the 1 and the 6, and Logan, a good kid, would tell you he wished he had that one back. That'd have been a first down. Big gainer around the 45. Instead, 2nd down on our own 30. Actually, 29.
Yep. Are lined up in the eye again in the backfield, and Childress will hand it off to Bradshaw, busting down the middle. He'll take it to the 34, close to the 35. Gain of 5 on the play for Bradshaw.
If he hadn't, I think he tripped over one of his own linemen. If he hadn't have done that,
I believe he got at least a couple more yards.
Yeah.
3rd and a long 5 for the Trojans.
at least like to get one first down. Don't want to give it right back to them here after their offensive mistake.
Rito, the wide receiver here on the near side, looked like North Laurel moved. Childress in trouble. He's going to get sacked.
Yeah, no time. Pocket collapse.
Yeah.
Also 5.
Puts it right back at the 29. And it will be 4th down.
Really didn't have a chance there. Tried to step up, but it just was nothing there for him.
Bowling back to receive the punt for North Laurel. Jonathan Wilson, the punter for Barren County. Snap comes to Wilson, gets it away, and it takes a good roll across the 30 over the far side of the field down around the 29, 28-yard line.
Yeah. He's kicking it away from their back, who's bowling, and then he's also benefiting from the low line drive, getting the roll. Flip the field there. They get it right about where they started the half with it at our 29. I'm sorry, their 29.
Yep. 8:51 to play here in the third quarter. Barren County with a lead, 7-0.
5 minutes off, or I'm sorry, 3 minutes off the clock, and we both just exchanged 3 and outs.
As they've got 3 wide receivers here on the near side, and it is Warren handing off. It's going to be only about a pickup of 2.
Jackson Arms tackled his guy and the blocker. He was coming off a big 55 there, who's a 205-pound center who he has enjoyed working over top of tonight.
Really no gain of the play there. 2nd down and 10 for North Laurel at their own 29-yard line. 2-minute motion right as they get set. Trips on the right. And Warren hands it off, coming to the near side. It's Gregory, 30, 35, out of bounds, around the 37.
What they're doing, the biggest adjustment that I see here at halftime is them just trying to work the edge. They haven't had success going straight up the middle because, like we said, Jackson's plugging holes, Tanner Harper's, Aiden Miller. I can name several guys that are plugging those holes up the middle, so now they're trying to, with speed, to beat us to the edge.
So the ball is at the 38. It's going to be 3rd down and 1. For North Laurel. Receivers are split left and right in the handoff. Coming to the near side, it is going to be Gregory. He breaks away. Trojans going to have to get him. Gets pushed out of bounds by Aiden Miller at the 29-yard line of the Trojans.
34, gain of 34. They had a big hole on the left side that time, and we tried to tackle him around the shoulders, which is never a good idea. And he now is up to 13 carries, 98 yards. And they have moved the football into our territory.
Yep. They're down at the 28, and the handoff coming in there.
It's a new back, 25.
25 for North Laurel, that being Trayshawn Holmes Evans, 6'2", 225. First carry tonight for Trayshawn Holmes Evans. A gain of about, 3? Close to 4. So puts the ball at the Barren 25. It's 2nd down and 7 for North Laurel. And here is the handoff this time. And not much there. That was Madden Morgan coming in there for the stop for Barren. The handoff was to Gregory.
Got one, maybe.
And they move it to the 24-yard line. Yep, 3rd and 6.
4 down territory for them. They have only passed the ball 1 time this whole half. That's another change. They were pass heavy. Now they're run heavy.
Warren comes to the near side with it. 20, 15, down to about the 13, maybe the 12.
Hadn't really hurt us with his legs tonight. He only has, coming into the half, 5 carries and 9 yards. But he pulled it that time. Our whole defense bit to the right side. He pulled it, kept it, and got a gain of 12. We'll make it 11.
Put it at the 13.
Doubled his whole total in 1 carry.
Warren Hands it off. Bouncing to the left side. Nice tackle made on Gregory by Jonathan Wilson.
18 Wilson there on the stop.
Lost about 4 if they spot it where.
If they put it back, well, looks like they're going to spot it at the 15.
Also 2.
Loss of 2. So it's going to be 2nd down and 12 for North Laurel at the Barren 15-yard line. Warren runs it to the right side, cuts back inside, and still going with it. Gets across the 10, and now we have a flag coming in late.
It's going to be an area where it could be a.
There is a flag on the play.
We'll have to see what it is.
He's looking at our guys.
Face mask?
5-yard face mask on us. We actually overplayed the option. Aiden Miller did a great job turning it back in, but our help was to the outside, and there was nobody back on the inside, so that's why the quarterback was able to pick up.
Face mask, Barren County.
Very close to the first down on the run.
Yeah, that moves it down to about the 4-yard line.
So it's actually 2nd and 1 after the 5-yard penalty.
2nd and 1 at the 4 for North Laurel. Snap comes to Warren. Hands it off. Coming to the near side of the field is Gregory. Going to get the corner. Touchdown, North Laurel.
The left side caved in our line and gave him the corner. 4-yard touchdown by Gregory. Puts him over 100 for the night at 101.
So Ethan Gregory puts North Laurel on the scoreboard at 5:42 to go in the 3rd period. And they're going to go for 2.
Change the
try
game,
to take the lead.
Over halfway gone in the 3rd period. This is a big play.
Yep.
They moved it really well on the ground. I wouldn't expect them to do anything but. That option play looked really nice a while ago.
Yeah. And they're going to try to punch it in, and they did. 2-point conversion for North Laurel will give them the lead, 8-7.
Kept it, and he just walked in.
Yep. That was Warren.
Went behind his 225-pound running back and had a huge hole.
Trojans 7.
Yep. So Tucker Warren giving the Jaguars a lead 8-7. Let's go down to Chad Withrow for McDonald's sideline report.
Like they've made a concerted effort just to come out and run the ball, So run. It looks like this half.
One pass play, and that was really early on in the half in that 3-and-out series. And other than that, they've ran the ball 7 out of their 12 plays. Success with it. 34-yard gain, a 12-yard gain, an 11, an 8, a 6,
And they had it for, almost 6.5 minutes.
Yeah.
For half the 3rd quarter. So North Laurel with an 8-7 lead here. We're following Barren County High football on Nash 103.7 WHHT-FM, Cave City, Glasgow. Online at nash1037.com, 104thescore.com, and BCHS Live. Just after 9 o'clock here in London, Kentucky, Eastern Time, 8 o'clock Central Time.
Chad, did we miss something here?
There's an unsportsmanlike on 22 on us. I'm not sure what happened after the play.
I didn't hear the announcement.
Yeah, there's unsportsmanlike on us. So this will probably be in the end zone.
They kick off. Actually, in this situation, it's almost worth it to do an onside kick. So you got to be ready.
We're going to kick it on the 45, and it's going to go. Didn't go right into the end zone. It bounced over, and Barren will have it out at the 20. Going to do a Coca-Cola scoreboard update. Hoping to Coke and enjoy the game. Metcalfe County leading Clinton County at halftime 33-0. Halftime Glasgow 14, Hart County 14. And at halftime, Greene County 30, Monroe County nothing.
Barren County will begin their drive at their own 20. Kickoff, all right, work on this.
Well, let's see what the Trojans can do here. 5:42 to go in the third, trailing 8-7 as they'll start the drive here, their first one of the second half. As Childress goes under center, backfield is in the eye. A handoff coming in there to Rito, and Rito not going to get anything.
We have to have something here. Cannot give it back to them 3 quick plays and carry momentum. They've already got the momentum with the 2-point conversion and the lead.
Cashmore, Bray Bewley, the receivers out to the left. Backfield to the eye once again. Fake handoff, rolling out right, in trouble. Ball is going to be caught by Rito. Rito breaks away from a couple of tacklers. Here's a flag coming in, another flag flying in.
It's a hold.
And going to be a loss on the play anyway, but yeah.
Probably, and should decline that. Say Rito caught that one.
Right.
Loss of about 5. I don't know why you wouldn't decline that. It's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Blocking the back, number 51 for Barren County. The penalty is declined. Third down.
Loss of down is going to be third and 15?
Yeah.
And backs it up to the 15-yard line.
It's either 3rd and 15 or 2nd and 20. So, I mean, it's not like it's that big of a difference. You'd rather have one less down if you're the defense.
Yeah. Trojans spread it out, and it's Childress rolling out to the right. The pass is going to be caught by Moore at the 15, gets the 20, and up in it around the 22, 23-yard line here in front of the North Laurel bench.
Got back to the original line of scrimmage plus a couple. So we'll say gain of 7, and we'll have to punt.
Yep. So, punting unit coming in. Bowling back to receive the punt. Stands around the 50-yard line for North Laurel. 4:40 to go. Third period. North Laurel 8, Barren County 7.
Miller back to kick. Number 3.
And here is the punt.
Return.
It's a returnable one.
Yep. Bowling's got it at the 43. Runs it across the 50, 40, 35, 30, 25. Down to the 20, keeps on going, down to 15, and rolling around and going down to there on the 11-yard line. We've got a Trojan player down.
Dangerous kick. That was 32 Braden Houchins who was able to finally knock him out of bounds.
Begin our drive. Barren County 11.
Can't tell who the Trojan player is that's down.
22.
That'd be Tanner Harper.
We've done such a good job kicking the football. That's 4 punts for us, and that one had air under it. We've been line driving them and kind of putting them in corners. That time and it looks like it's a cramp there. Got too much air under it, and it was a short kick, so our coverage team didn't have enough time to actually do anything about it. And you talk about 3 or 4 minutes where the momentum has just shifted, and there's no air on the sidelines. The guy's wearing white right now.
Raider Dwayne Miller out there, Coach Tommy Muse.
Harper responsible for our touchdown tonight. Jumped on an errant kick, we'll call it. Like you say, it looks like he's okay. The way he's stretching him out, looks like it's some cramps. So if that's the case, we may throw a couple scores in real quick if you want to. South Warren up 22-3 over Paducah Tillman at the half. Metcalf up 33-0 over Clinton at the half.
Warren Central 22, Allen County Scottsville 16 at half.
Logan County, I'm sorry, that's Logan County score.
Logan and Greenwood.
There it is. It's 14-14 at the half. Bull County 14, Bowling Green 7 at the half.
A lot of these games are going to catch up with us. Most of them started at 7 o'clock. Ours started at 6:30, and here we are, still 4:23 to go in the third.
Warren East up 19-0 over Russell County. You say Glasgow Hart County at 14-14.
14-14.
That's a little surprising, don't you think?
Harper is up. He'll try to walk it off.
Man, it's had a heck of a ball game so far.
Quincy County leads Caverna 24-6. The Hot Rods lead 6-1 in the bottom of the fifth. They're in the middle of the playoffs there, aren't they? Warren Central 22, Allen County 16.
That's a surprise.
That's another one.
Just got a text from Kyle Harwood at his radio for Allen County Scottsville. He said they're playing terrible. Of course, we'll have the Patriots coming to Trojan Field, the last game of the regular season. All right. As we get set here, Warren hands it off. And coming to the left side, and it's a touchdown, I believe, for North Laurel. Or is he just short? They haven't signaled it. It's right. It's right on the goal line. We're talking about 2 inches.
He got 11. He needed 11 for the touchdown. He got 10.9 yards.
Yeah. Was that? And it's going to come to the right through, and they do punch it through this time. Touchdown, North Laurel. And you talked about it, Robert. They're a second-half team, and they've proved it so far with 2 touchdowns in the first 8 minutes.
See, 1-yard touchdown, 10-yard gain.
Now it's 14-7, North Laurel.
Puts him at 112.
That was that Warren?
Gregory.
Oh, Gregory, I'm sorry. Yeah, Gregory has scored both touchdowns tonight for the Jags. They'll go for 2. Try to extend the lead to 16-7. And it is Warren taking it in. Did he make it?
Yes, he did.
2-point conversion. Tucker Warren's got both of them, the quarterback for North Laurel. And now, with 4:01 to go here in the third quarter, North Laurel leads Barren County 16-7.
And what, you don't see a ton of people do that in high school because of the kicker, but what they just did was make it a 2-score game.
Yep.
And that's a big difference when you're able to cash in on those 2-point conversions.
That's true. And even with the Trojans, if they can score another touchdown, even a 2-point conversion, still be down 1 point.
We've had 2 offensive possessions in the second half and proved that we weren't able to move the football yet. We got a total of 2 yards here in the second half.
Yeah.
Total after outscoring them or outgaining them 137-89 in the first half.
Still a lot of time left, though. 4 minutes left in the third, another 12 minutes, 16 minutes of football left. Who we got? Tate Spillman?
Yes.
Back for Barren.
Back.
And Begley will kick off from the 40 for North Laurel. Spillman, as it pops into his hands around the 15-yard line, slips, goes down, tried to get back up and go, and then he got tackled right around the 12-yard line.
Good kick by them. Pinned us in the corner. No return.
3:55 to go. Third period. 16-7 North Laurel.
Let's go North Laurel Nation.
So the Trojans have 88 yards.
It's amazing how quickly you can erase all the positive feelings of the first half with just 2 drives by them.
Yeah. Childress hands it off to Bradshaw. And Bradshaw got away from a couple of tacklers and gets hit and knocked down at the 15.
Got hit pretty hard.
Yeah. Gain of about 3.
Tough kid.
Puts a big lick on him.
Felt it when he went back to the huddle, but he popped up. Donovan's not going to let you see him.
So 2nd down and 7 for the Trojans. The ball is at their own 15. 3:20 to go, third quarter. With North Laurel leading 16-7. And this time, Childress in trouble, gets sacked back inside the 10. Oh, they busted through there quickly.
Devin Johnson for them came through there. Devin Johnson. It was unblocked. It's a complete breakdown on the offensive line. I have no idea what happened, but that's a huge loss.
3rd and 13.
So loss of 6.
Yeah, we're backed up to the 9.
This would be fairly detrimental.
Trojans get lined up. Miller's on the near side of the wideout. 3 receivers to the left.
We got to take timeout here.
And timeout by Barren. With 2:33 to go in the third quarter, it's North Laurel 16, Barren County 7. This timeout brought to you by the People's Bank, your local community bank, working for you. Next Friday night, we're on the road at Russellville. Our 2nd week in a row. We got 4 road games in a row. Throw fall break in between the Central Hardin and North Hardin matchups. Russellville next week at Ray Stadium. We're playing Franklin Simpson tonight. If they lose to Franklin Simpson, they'll be coming in that game next week 0-5. They lost a lot of talent from last year's team. They went to the championship game of the Class A state football playoffs. Came within 3 points of Pikeville and Kroger Field in Lexington. 7 o'clock next Friday night. We'll be on there at 6:30. 3rd and 13 for the Trojans.
A little different formation here.
Haven't seen this one before. And Childress gets tackled at the 5-yard line.
Didn't matter what formation we had. Childress had no chance, no time. They have made a few adjustments on their defensive line. They already have some talented defensive guys, and they've made a few adjustments, run a few stunts there to get home.
We talked about the Jaguars. 8 starters back on defense this year.
The 19, Miller, set to kick.
And it is 4th and 16.
Number 3, Keaton Bowen, set to return for the Jaguars.
And it's bowling back for North Laurel.
Much better kick away that time from the return guy. And
that's going to go all the way to the 50-yard line.
Good punt.
Miller's kick.
Kicked that one out of the end zone.
Trojans 49.
So, a minute 42 to go here in the third quarter. Chad, the Trojans seem deflated right now.
That's a great word to describe it. You know, it's just a 9-point game. I mean, but you'd think we're down 30 just by the reaction of some of the kids over here. And I know it's frustrating when you're leading and all of a sudden things go quickly, but we've got to get the composure and get under control and just play.
Still plenty of football.
There is.
Need a turnover.
Yeah. And this is going to be a run made by Gregory to the 45, a gain of 5, or 4, that is. It was at the 49.
They have committed to Gregory. And, you know, when you dedicate everybody to Gregory, they all of a sudden pull it and go to Warren, who's capable of running the football. But they have absolutely abandoned the pass. which wasn't really successful for him in the first half. So it's a legitimate strategy.
Chappell's on the left. You got Begley on the right. And here's the handoff again to Gregory coming to the near side of the field. 40, 35, out of bounds. Another first down for North Laurel.
Number 5, Spillin. Gain is going to be good for a first down.
That is a
Jaguars.
11-yard gain.
Yep.
20 carries, 127 yards is what I have him down for. And what they've done is they've pulled a receiver. They're going to two wide sets, one on each end, and added an extra back.
Yep.
That's who gets it.
Going to the right side. That's number 25 for the Jaguars, Trayshawn Holmes-Evans.
Good open field tackle. That was Aiden Miller jumped up there and got him from the defensive end position.
As
gain of 1.
Picked up 1, 2nd and 9. Now you talk about Gregory. To tonight's game, he had 50 carries, 317 yards.
Didn't play a whole lot in the first half.
3 games.
Didn't touch it at all, did he?
No. And we've got offsides against Barren, looks like. So instead of 2nd and 9, it's going to be 2nd and 4.
Well, that's unexcusable.
Yeah, Gregory last week in their win over Shelby Valley, 22 carries, 164 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Wait, second down.
That moves the football to the Barren 28. 26 seconds left in the quarter.
28. 2nd and 4.
Clock running down. This will be the last play of the third quarter. Chappell on the left, Begley on the right. Snap comes to Warren, hands it off. It's Gregory coming to the near side. 30, 25, 20, out of bounds. Stops the clock at 4.8, gets the first down for the Jaguars.
Crockett, his gain is good for another first down, Jaguars.
Yards.
Gonna move the chains.
Waiting, they're trying to get a play off there before the end of the third period.
Coach Tommy Muse out talking to one of the officials. And timeout by Barren.
Timeout. Barren County. Timeout of the half.
Timeout brought to you by the People's Bank, your local community bank working for you. 8 seconds to play, third period. Barren County trailing 16-7.
It's a weird timeout there because more than likely you've got one play to the end of the quarter and you get to talk to them anyway. And I'm not sure if North Laurel was even going to run a play. But regardless, Tommy's not happy with his defense. And that's completely fair.
I think and I'm not here to bash whatever, but it seems like the holds and the blocks in the backs have been one way, and there was a block in the back obvious on that run right there that was not called. Someone over here on the sideline said something. That's what the discussion with the referee was about. So I think Tom is a little frustrated with the officiating and him coming over here saying something, plus the play of the defense. So it's a combination of about 2 or 3 things.
You're saying the side judge said something. The official said something.
No, somebody on our sideline said something that the referee heard, and that's what the discussion was about.
Okay.
So not sure who, but he wasn't happy.
Warren takes the snap. He's going to go to the right side of the field this time. It's Bowling, and Bowling is going to run it in for the touchdown. 17 yards.
Bowling's first carry of the night, isn't it?
Yep. 17-yard run.
They've outscored us 22-0 this quarter and a chance to add on to it.
Yeah. And that's right at the end of the quarter. Yes, they're going to go for 2.
I would assume that's all they've done. They do have a kicker like you've talked about.
Yep.
Looks like they will.
They will go for 2. And it's Warren handing off. Coming to the near side of the field. And
get it.
No.
Yep.
2-point conversion failed. It was Gregory trying to make his way in. So at the end of the third quarter, the score, North Laurel now 22, Barren County 7. We'll be back for the fourth quarter after this break. Barren County football brought to you by Don Franklin Glasgow on Nash 103.7.
Offer competitive weekly pay, up to $500 sign-on bonuses, flexible scheduling with a side of always feeling valued, 401k program, generous college and high school bonuses for good grades. Many more great advantages for working for the McDonald's team in Glasgow. Owned McDonald's in Glasgow.
As we start the fourth quarter here in London, Kentucky, it's brought to you by South Central Bank. Squib kick going across 30 down to the 25, and it's loose, and it's picked up. Rolling on the ground, one of the Barren County Trojans. That was, who was that, 33? Waylon Clemens.
That was the same thing they did to open the game, just a little squib kick on the ground, and we did a really good job in the opening kickoff to execute that. That was not good execution, to say the least, and that cost you about 25, 30 yards of field position and back you up inside your own 20. When you're already ailing and struggling in a quarter, that's not what you need, but that's the reason that North Laurel does it. We got to answer. You got two options. You either lay down and we get on the bus and go home. It's still a 2-score game.
Fourth quarter brought to you by South Central Bank. Small enough to know you, big enough to help.
A late ad there, somebody running in, but we still got plenty of time on the play clock.
Yeah. And Childress throws it to the right side, and it's going to be caught.
Miller.
And fumble? Oh, no.
Thank you.
North Laurel's pointing their way.
Childers pass.
You don't say the ball was down, though.
Yeah, he dropped it.
Number 8, Cole Messer in there too.
So the Trojans
Stop. I did not catch the number.
now will be, let's say it's going to be at the 14.
Miller lost 2 on that catch.
Play.
Need something positive in the worst way, Jay.
Childress will hand it off.
Nope.
And Bradshaw gets taken down. And another loss of at least 1, maybe 2. And we're talking about Austin Johnson.
We haven't, but how many times have we called his name tonight? We haven't really.
Not a whole lot.
You know,
not a whole lot tonight.
We're calling different. I think what we're doing is we're calling different names because they're running some bring in the house, and they are betting that they can get home with pressure before we can get rid of the football and complete it. And right now they're doing a good job with it.
Yep. Third down, 13 for the Trojans at their own 13. 10.5 minutes to play. Down 22-7. Childress back to throw. The pass is going to be caught by Truitt. And Truitt will be taken down right around the 17 or 16-yard line. Let's see where they mark it. Looked like he got to the 18, but the official came back to the 16.
I mean, that's a 4-yard gain, and you need 14 instead of 4. That's you got to have better execution than that to be able to get past the sticks or give an opportunity to make a play.
So the Trojans will have to punt, and Bowling is back here for North Laurel, the 48-yard line.
Our third punt of the quarter, or actually half. We just changed over to the fourth quarter.
And here's the snap. I believe it may have got blocked.
Yeah,
but
it did.
Takes a good roll all the way across the 45, out of bounds around the 42.
He was a little slow getting that one off, and it was deflected, but not enough to really affect it as it got into their territory.
So North Laurel will have it again. They have scored 3 touchdowns in the third. Ethan Gregory with 2 of those 3, Bowling with the other one.
Go in the game, Jags will in the next drive.
Barren County's only score came at 2:06 to go in the second. And Tanner Harper recovered a block punt. In the end zone, Aiden Miller kicked the extra point to give the Trojans the lead, 7-0 at half. Running with it this time was Bowling. To the near side of the field, he'll pick up about 4. That'll move the ball to the 45.
3 maybe.
Well,
2.
They keep going back and forth with a down marker.
Who carried it that time?
That was Bowling. So it'll be 2nd down and 8. Warren takes a snap, hands it off. Gregory.
Good hit.
Yep, Gregory gets stopped. He might get a 1 yard out of it to the 45.
It's Cody Profit. Cody, I think, is playing Trig's spot, who's unable to go tonight.
So now 3rd and 7 for North Laurel as we come down to the 9-minute mark of the ball game.
You almost have to have a stop here, right? You got to score twice. You're going to be under 8 minutes if you were able to force them to punt it. You got to get a stop here.
Right. 3rd and 7 from the 45. Warren takes the handoff, throws, pass complete to Begley. Begley out to the 45 of Barren. 1st down for North Laurel.
Good play, gain of 10, and right past the stick, just a little slant play, and the ball was a strike. Warren has not had and thrown many strikes tonight. They have abandoned the pass game, but when they needed it, they got a big play for a 1st down, and that's going to make it tough, barring a turnover, even though there's still 8.5 minutes left for us to score it twice.
Yeah. Tune in every Monday, 4 o'clock, 104.7 The Score for the Brown Sports Bag, an hour-long sports show with James Brown and John Butler as they discuss high school and college sports. The Brown Sports Bag, Monday at 4 at 104.7 The Score. Here comes Gregory, 40, 35. Tackle made by Jackson Arms. Barren County down around the 35-yard line. It's close to another 1st down.
Gain of 9. I'm about to run out of room.
Actually, they put that ball at the 35. So, well, still 1 yard short. Be 2nd and 1. Under 8 minutes to play here in the 4th.
Good night if you have Gregory in your fantasy league. 23 carries, 147 yards.
Warren hands off this Bowling this time. Got away from a couple of tacklers. He's still trying to go. And he'll be down at the 34-yard line. Trojan player down for just a moment. That's Profit, but he got up.
It's a lot of running for a gain of 1 in the 1st down. We had a big chance at him. Clemens had him for a big loss, and instead ran a long way but got the 1 that he needed.
The Coca-Cola scoreboard update. Greene County 44, Monroe County nothing after 3 periods.
No surprise there. Not many surprises, but there's been a couple. You said the Warren Central score.
Yeah, Warren and Allen, that's a surprise for me.
The Glasgow.
Yep. Gregory off left tackle, take it to the 29.
We're out of steam right now.
Yep.
The engine can't go if you don't have any steam.
So a gain of 4 on the play. Be 2nd down and 6.
It's not like they're doing anything fancy now. Hand off Gregory left, hand off Gregory right, hand off, give it to Gregory and let him run.
Yeah. They've got Trayshawn Holmes-Evans in the backfield with Gregory. Got a receiver out to the left side, that being Morgan. And Barren moves.
To have played so well and fought to get that 7-0 lead at the half, we just...
Barren County, number 77, 5-yard penalty.
So instead of 2nd and 7, About 2nd and 2, I guess.
We never know how they're going to mark it off.
Well,
they get 6-yard penalties on their offsides.
Yeah, we get 4. 2nd and 1.
Not that would make any difference.
It doesn't make any difference now. Ball at the 24-yard line.
Second.
We're disappointed like the kids are. That's all that it's showing.
How about this one? Glasgow Hart County tied with 22-22.
I don't get it.
And that's a little bit of a surprise, too. Timeout by North Laurel.
If you're an NFL fan, you saw a lot of stuff that didn't make sense last week in the first week of the season. So, as you said, that's why they play the game, to see what the outcome is going to be.
6:10 to go, third period. North Laurel 22, Barren County 7. Let's go down to Chad Withrow for another McDonald's sideline report. Chad?
Yeah, like we talked about, it's frustration plus I think what Robert said, we're kind of getting beat up now, tired, and things have just gone south quickly here. And 6 minutes to go, I'd like to, 22-7 is respectable if we could keep it at that. You don't want to leave here 36-7 or something like that when we played so well the first half.
Right. Stay tuned. Our post-game report will be coming up later tonight, brought to you by CPC Commodities.
The longer it goes and the longer they are able to extend this drive, the more you kind of drop your shoulders because you see the window closing.
Yep. 2nd and 1 for North Laurel. Ball is at the Barren 24. Gregory to the right and Evans to the left. Warren. Wide open. Touchdown. Elijah Miller.
24 yards. Good play call. Completely sold out on the run now because they passed it 3 times the whole half, and we bit hard on the play fake. They lured us into that one, and there was nobody within 15 yards of him.
Comes at 6:05 to go in the ball game. There's Elijah Miller, a 24-yard pass from Tucker Warren.
I think they're actually going to try to kick one now.
They're trying to get lined up here. It will be Begley for the extra point try. With Warren the holder. And they kick up through to make it 29-7.
I don't know what they run, like one person right there at the hash where they're going to kick it and the whole rest of the line is offset over to the right. I don't understand the point of those type of plays. You see several people do it, but
yeah,
we all know you're going to kick it when you bring the tee out, right?
That's true. All right, 6:05 to go now. It's 29-7, North Laurel.
Just keep our heads about us. Don't get anybody hurt, and we'll move on to next week down in Russellville, where you got a good opportunity to get another W and get back on track.
That is true.
I don't know which particular contest it was they won, but
I do like their atmosphere here. They play music, whether it comes from the PA speaker. You hear the band in my ear right here. They're in between dead balls, if you will, in between plays. So they keep the energy going.
Yeah. Whenever you're away from your radio, you can get the broadcast of Barren County High School sports on your computer, laptop, or smartphone. Go to Nash1037.com or by getting the Nash 1037 app.
So now the biggest decision is whether to put the jacket on or not, I think.
It's getting a little cool now. Feels like fall. And
feel that one better.
That is Cash Moore. Well, how about this? Hart County 30, Glasgow 22, late in the third.
That's a district game?
That is a district game.
Cash Moore covers the ball.
Well, Trojans will have it at their own 35.
Talking about fall, it's going to be like 100 next week.
I know, it's going to get back in the 90s again.
I'm more than ill about that.
Is that Indian summer, or have we already had Indian summer?
I don't know. Blueberry Bridges winter.
We have all
that
kinds
stuff.
of winters,
I don't know what
all
that
kinds
is.
of summers. Childress.
Got
And
it out of there somehow.
barely. Not sure how, but he did. to Logan Truitt.
Pickup of about 4.
To the 39 or 38. 38.
Truitt's second catch.
They move it to 39. Give us extra yard.
Hey, it's about time.
Yeah. 2nd and 6 with 5:36 to play. Wilson, the receiver, out to the right. It's Cashmore here on the near side. And Childress throws a pass wide left for Moore. Out of bounds.
Had to get rid of it too quick.
Yep. They were rushing. 3rd and 6 for Barren.
He's intended for Cashmore, but he was not out of his break yet and hadn't whipped his head around to see the football.
Ball is at the Barren 39. Barren with 3 receivers on the right side. Bradshaw in the backfield. Rolling out right is Childress.
Nobody open.
And Childress will get rid of it. It's going to be caught by Aiden Miller.
Aiden did a good job tracking with Will and getting himself open, so there was a little bit of a window, and that looks like it'll be a first down. Pickup of about 11.
Good for a Castle and Steel first down. Call Castle and Steel for all your steel needs at 270-418-3535.
Jay, that's our first down of the half.
And 5 minutes left in the ball game.
Nice to see if we can just punch one in here.
3 receivers on the left. Childress throws to the right to Aiden Miller.
He almost caught that.
And, yep, it would have been close to a first down if not.
As soon as he turned, the ball was on his shoulder pad, and it almost went up in the air for him to catch it. Just missed times. He wasn't under pressure as much there as he had been in the past.
2nd and 10 for the Trojans. Ball is at their own 49.
Now you just want to work on a few things that you might use a little later. Be careful putting it on tape, but you still got to work on it.
Childress out of the gun. Rolling out to the right side, almost to the sideline. And the pass is going to be caught by Aiden Miller. Got thrown back a couple of yards to the 45. He caught the ball around the 42.
Give him 8. It's Miller's 5th catch, 3rd this half.
3rd down and 2. Ball at the 43. Childress. This time a handoff to Bradshaw, bouncing out to the right side.
Wow.
Taking tacklers with him. Gets the first down. Boy, he was a strong runner. Got it to the 38 of North Laurel for a Castle and Steel first down.
That's a gain of about 6, and he did the hokey pokey for about 3 of it.
Yeah.
On one leg, and was still able to maintain his balance, take a couple with him.
3:53 left. Barren down 29-7. Led 7-0 at halftime. Been outscored 29-0 here in the second half. Barren with the ball at the North Laurel. 39. Timeout by North Laurel. Next Friday night, go down to the Panthers, Russellville, Ray Stadium. Very old stadium. It's probably 100 years old.
There's not very many places where you haven't called a game. You said that's one.
That's one place I've never been. I've driven past the stadium many times, but never been through the gates.
Kind of right there on the road.
It is right there on the road. I mean, where you enter from the street, I mean, there's parking in the back on the side street.
Probably one of the few places where you have a stadium off campus anymore.
All right, 1st and 10 for the Trojans as Will Childress takes the snap. He rolls out left. He's looking. Pass is caught by Jonathan Wilson. Wilson gets it across the 30 to about the 28. Oh, the ball got away. And did they call it down?
No, they're not.
Nope, he stepped out of bounds, picked up a fumble, and got it out to the 38-yard line. Well, they did not call it down. Ball got loose, and North Laurel. That was Austin Johnson.
I don't have Wi-Fi here tonight to watch the replay. BC Live, but that was a gain of about 8.
Another injured Trojan.
And it's Wilson.
Stops the clock with 3:20. And we got our first final score in tonight. Greene County wins over Monroe County 44-0.
That was a quick one.
Of course, it's running clock. You know, they're going to go pretty quick with those running clocks. So we can put that one as our first final score tonight. Greene County 44, Monroe County nothing.
Jonathan's okay here.
Can't afford to have anybody hurt. He's Drake Carver out last week and again tonight.
Jonathan's our punter, even though they've said it's Aiden Miller up here all night.
It's hard to see that 8 and 9.
It is. He's our punter. He's starting receiver for us.
At the end of every Barren County High football game, we select the Trojan Player of the Game, presented by Edward Jones Financial Advisor Jamie Harris. We'll take one more final look at the Coca-Cola scoreboard during our post game. Follow 104 The Score's James Brown for in-depth stories, photos, interviews, and more from tonight's action on 104thescore.com and the 104 The Score Facebook page. We're still looking at Jonathan Wilson. As we near 10 o'clock here in London, 9 o'clock Central Time. This was a 6:30 Central Time start. So we're almost 2.5 hours in.
Have no idea what we're actually looking at here. It's hard to tell. He's moving, talking to Dwayne there. And Tommy over top of him. I think it's kind of pointing to a hip, maybe lower back area. See if they go set him up here, maybe. Here we go.
He's being helped up. Anybody had a breath knocked out of him?
It's so hard to tell anymore. He's standing, talking, looks like moving, walking out pretty much on his own power. So all that's good to see.
Number 18, Jonathan Wilson, shaking up on the play.
At least it's good to see him walking.
Yeah, looks like he's steady about it. The two surprises of the night. Warren Central's down 30. I'm sorry, Warren Central's up 30-16 at the end of the third.
Yeah, that's
Glasgow game. We thought it would be pretty much all straightforward tonight.
After the
Bull County's up 28-21 over Bowling Green.
Thought that would be a good game.
Yeah, it has been. North Hardin won 40-14 over John Hardin. That's a final.
That's a final. John Hardin, or 40-14 North Hardin.
North, yeah. We didn't think that'd be much of a game.
Is that the only other final we got
right now? Yeah.
I don't want to put those in the. All right, so we get back to action. Warren takes the snap, and he hands it off to Bowling, coming to the left side, and got away with a couple of tacklers. He's still running, and he'll get the first down. Just could not wrap him up. And there's a flag and another flag.
We got to keep our heads.
Yep.
That's the one. That was my two things. Don't get anybody hurt and keep our heads. It looked like they were everybody over there with a striped shirt threw a flag. It's a gain of 17 as it stands right now. And who carried that one again? That was
Bowling.
3.
Yeah. Bowling he had a touchdown back at the end of the third quarter, 17-yard run.
We're going to call it on North Laurel. The way we were reacting a little bit, I guess, was more of a response to what they were doing. So our guys need to make sure we don't react if something happens. 3 minutes and 10 seconds to go. There's no need for that. But a long conversation. They've still got their starters out there for the most part. It may be even a conversation where we take our guys out to make sure.
Yeah.
I think Tommy may be thinking about that. Bring in 58. I think that's
it's Jordan Scott.
Jordan, he's played a little bit tonight, but take.
Dead ball, personal foul, number 3, North Laurel.
Braden Houchins also in the game, number 32. Let's go hard. Being interesting here, 9 minutes left, 30-30.
That's their 7th penalty for 50 yards, but the first of this half. They've been much more disciplined this half. I still don't know why the long discussion. I think it's because they got the first down, and it was a dead ball. So they get the first down, and then they'll mark it off after, but they need to fix the chains.
Yeah.
I think they finally figured it out. Now they've got to march it back 15 yards. The formality of some things sometimes is a little excessive.
Personal foul, number 3.
So they'll mark it off down to the 40-yard line. Gonna have to move the chains. Oh, they got them set. Another set.
Box, yeah, there you go.
First and 25? Snap comes to Warren. Takes the handoff. Throws a pass. It's complete. And stumbles and goes down at the 41. That is number 21 for North Laurel, Elijah Miller.
Got maybe a yard.
Yep. .242 left here in the game. It's 29-7 North Laurel.
Just run it. Come on, guys. Just run it and run it out. Run the play clock down. They're still in a hurry up for some reason.
2nd and 24. This time the handoff coming to the left side. Sweep to the left side. That is number 2 for North Laurel. Number 2 for North Laurel is Logan Hall.
8 and 9.
So that brings up 3rd down and about 14, 15. It's marked right at the 50.
I'd rather not let them put another score on the board.
No, it was 34-7 last year.
Bring up 3rd and 15.
They're right there at it, aren't
Yeah, they're close. And here's Warren. Hands off again. Left side. He's on the run. Somebody's got to get him. And finally, down at the 25-yard line, tackle made by Dakota Wade, number 8.
Stop. Gain is good for
That was Logan Hall again on the carry.
It's a 24-yard gain.
Minute and a half left. Ball is at the Barren 26. This time, hand off to Hall again. Hall being wrapped up and taken down by Profit at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, I'm not sure what we're trying to prove here. You take a couple of knees and everybody will be happy.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to score again.
Get some more points in their fantasy league, I guess.
Didn't beat Shelby Valley, but 27-12 last week. And it's Hall again. And he'll be wrapped up and taken down at the 15. They get a first down with 42.6.
Jones on the stop. It's going to move the chains one more time for a first down. Jaguars.
All at the Barren 15. The clock will run here. 38 seconds to play. Laurel trying to get lined up, a little confused out there.
I think they are trying to take a knee now, and they just don't know how to do it.
And there's the knee by Warren, and that'll do it. Final score tonight here in London, Kentucky, North Laurel 29, Barren County 7. We'll be back with the CPC Commodities postgame report after this break. This is Barren County High Football, brought to you by Don Franklin Glasgow on Nash 103.7.